Hello, everybody. Oh, we're back. Quick announcements before we get to it. If you're bored in our chat and you want something to do, uh, exclamation point roll rolls a die. It's just stupid and fun, and I don't know. Anyways, Sam's not here this week, so potentially no updates on what's happening for Sunday. Uh, I know what's happening ish, but it's not really my place to talk about it. Kate, you got anything? Excellent.
Yeah. Sorry. Just working on a few little things. So, uh, I am putting my crochet Etsy shop on vacation mode indefinitely because I've had a few rough customers for
Oh
commission
no.
pieces, unfortunately. But Bad Dice Co. on Etsy.com will be reopening later this week. So you can get awesome crochet stickers and vinyls. Not crochet stickers, D&D stickers and vinyls for your cars or any place you like to put stickers. And check that out. Also check out my Redbubble shop at KR Theater on Redbubble. I think Redbubble's having like a 30% off sale right now site wide, so check it out and support other small artists.
Yeah. Excellent. All right. Oh, I didn't write a recap. Uh, cool. Uh, Last we left off, y'all appeared in some dude's attic after stepping through a mirror that was a Fey crossing, and it turned out the old man was a Duergar in disguise named Thramarn, and he worked for the Ley Guardians who had taken control of the City of Embers after a little incident involving mind-altering rain and bad shenanigans with when a group of unseelie Fae attacked. You all met with the Ley Guardian Pashan, uh, led there, uh, discussed things, revealed to them that the Lumen Spire that people are looking for is currently missing in the hands of the Creep, the worst. um, they tried getting you to go investigate a leyline convergence beneath the Soulspire Academy, one that was tied to the Grand Restoration, possibly in some way. But some members of the party, after having a night to think on it in their private suite in the City of Embers, or in the Crystal Palace Inn, decided that they didn't really feel comfortable doing it for a variety of reasons, because it was on the other side of the world, and you all didn't really know Guardian Pushon all that well, and he wanted to gather more information and had decided to investigate leyline convergences more close to home currently, and perhaps look into where this sword that Hopper had seen in a vision and see if that was tied to any leyline convergences. So upon meeting with Guardian Pashan the following morning, you got the map back of the leyline convergences, looked for nearby bodies of water that were that coincided with these convergences, and you found four. There were the Marrowdeeps, which were the closest, the Winterlock in the sort of southeastern region of the continent, the Drowned Maiden Reef to the southwest-ish, and Lake Deep Bottom to the northeast. Since the Marrowdeeps was closest, you all decided to go there first, ran some errands in the city before going, and scooped up Vonkar's mule, Cornelius, who had just been hanging out in the inn room for a bit, and Vonkar was also storing a wagon somewhere. So, with wagon and Cornelius in tow, you all left the City of Embers to make your way towards the Marrowdeeps, following the northern road. So, Vonkar would most likely be positioned at the front of the wagon, steering it, even though Cornelius is now awakened. He doesn't really need commanding. So yeah, the wagon sort of starts making its way down the road, flanked on all sides by dense tropical jungles and some slight humidity. Uh, Cornelius obviously is pulling it along and humming to himself. The road is made of dirt and packed down quite extensively by travel. Uh, the sounds of the jungle are all around you, but it's peaceful, not like monkeys screaming constantly or birds screaming constantly in the background, which some of us have experience with. Looming trees. Kate knows what I'm talking about. Uh, Garrett might too, maybe. I don't remember. But looming trees tower over the road, providing a canopy and shade while traveling. The road is familiar passage for both Doe and Torger, as the wagon train you were on came from the direction you're headed in. And knowing that, you're about 6 hours out from Godbringer's Ravine, which is the sort of next major sort of point. Yeah, just kind of going down a road in a wooden wagon, pulled by a mule.
Grin's gonna pull out his accordion.
Oh boy.
Start going.
Okay.
Heading down, heading up the north road. And he looks over at dang it, why can't I Leek? He looks over at Leek.
Oh.
Heading up the north road. He does one of these.
What's that for?
You gotta do the next one, the next verse. Heading up the north road.
Sitting in a wagon.
Heading up the north road, sitting in a wagon. And looks over at Antyr.
What? You're sitting in a wagon, yes. Astute.
Heading up the north road, sitting in a wagon.
I don't know this song.
You gotta make up the next part. Come on, you gotta do the next verse.
Does it have to rhyme?
Extra points, I guess.
I just have the North Road. Sitting in a wagon. I wish I was in a tavern drinking a flagon.
Ooh.
There you go.
Heading up the north road, sitting in a wagon. Boy, oh boy, wish I had a flagon. Sorry, I forgot the words that you said.
Wish I was in the tavern, sipping on a flagon.
See, I wish I was in a tavern sipping on a flagon.
Grin, is this a sing-along we're supposed to be doing?
Yeah, I mean, if anybody else wants to hop in, they can, but if they don't, I'm just gonna keep jamming.
Vonkar will chime in. Cornelius just farted.
Flagons. Alright. And yeah, he's just gonna keep going with that. And if
Okay.
anybody wants to add additional verses as we go down the road, they can as we
Amazing.
I am writing this down for all of it for perpetuity purposes.
All right. Excellent. Okay. I guess with this song playing down the road, the accordion.
We're not being sneaky.
Nope. As you traverse to your first hex, a few hours into the journey today, so that will bring us to... You did leave in the morning, thankfully, so time is not going to be silly. But also, it is 8 hours a day, because Cornelius is pulling the wagon. Yeah, after about a few hours of travel with this accordion playing and singing, you can spot something up ahead lying across the road and kind of blocking the road. It appears to be the fresh corpse of a large triceratops, having been savagely mauled and left to die on the road, and there's a flock of vultures perched on various points of it and just picking away at it.
Well, do you think we're gonna have to move that, guys? Or do you think we can make it around?
It does seem to be blocking the road, but I think we could get it out of the way if we work together.
Right. What we're eating at it?
A flock of vultures.
Can I shoot a Hoarfrost beam at one of them to try to scare them?
Like you're choosing to attack a vulture?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go for it.
22.
Oh, absolutely.
That's so Antyr.
For
That's so Antyr.
13 cold damage. And its movement speed is reduced by 10.
It flash freezes, falls off the Triceratops and shatters, and the others just go, "Arr!" and they just fly off.
Why do you kill one of the birds?
I really meant to scare it. But
Yes, but then you go ahead and kill it?
wasn't
I mean,
intentional.
clearly the Triceratops had insulted, so I don't know why you got to kill,
Did it?
you know.
Did it though?
I mean, why do you think that they're alive and it's dead?
Aren't vultures like scavenger birds? Don't they just eat things that are dead already?
Oh, so you saw it happen?
Saw what? Them dying?
You saw this Triceratops die, so you automatically know that they weren't the ones who does it. And all of a sudden, you're the one who's going to just bust someone when they're just trying to... Next time it goes to take a bite of pizza, it's going to slap you in the face.
That's different.
Is it?
It is.
You explain how it's different.
Because the pizza isn't dead. It's not someone's corpse.
Isn't it? Okay.
No.
Explains to me how a pizza's not dead. Does it reproduce? Does it breathe?
No.
Okay. So
But it
it's
never
alive then?
lived.
Oh.
Inanimate.
Oh, okay. So now you're changing definitions.
No.
It's going to make you inanimate if you those animals that's trying to eat.
Is that a threat?
Yes. Because you're just going around just killing nobody for no reason. Not
It
even
wasn't
for
that's-
money.
Why? Maybe something can eat it. I don't know.
Antyr, you feel this like warm splat. Everyone else can see that one of the vultures was circling overhead and just unloaded a payload on Antyr's head.
How far away was it?
Oh, it's gone.
Antyr, I think you have something on your back.
Oh, top of the head.
It's kind of running from the top of your head. It's all
The-
white and
The mage
sick.
hand is gonna scoop some of it and just flick towards Torger.
Oh, I'm gonna dodge.
Let's do dexterity
Yeah.
dexterity save against Antyr's sleight of hand.
Oh, okay.
Actually, no. Antyr, this is technically an improvised ranged weapon because you're throwing shit at somebody. So make it make a ranged attack against Torger's AC.
Okay. Sorry, Torger. A 21.
So that hits.
I rolled a natural 19 plus 2.
So,
You are the
so Torger opens up his mouth.
No!
All right. It goes. You catch it in your mouth
And
Torger,
he
no!
spits it back at Antyr.
with with deflect missiles.
Yeah, because I can catch and deflect missiles.
Gross!
I mean, yeah.
Vile.
All right.
As a reaction,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
As a reaction, I can catch.
Alright.
And
I just
deflect
ate,
him.
dude.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, mark off a key point and
Gotcha.
make a ranged attack roll, which is in your reactions it'll say deflect missiles attack plus
Uh-huh.
8,
Oh my god.
and you got a 20-foot range with this poop. 2080,
Vile.
2060, yeah. So you catch it in your mouth and you spit it back at Antyr. So yeah, go for it.
Mm-hmm. That's a 26.
26.
Uh-huh.
It does a d6 plus 5 damage. If you
I
wanted
think
to.
I'd probably do a non-damage.
Okay, so you
Or non-lethal damage.
All right, so you
It did emotional damage.
so you catch it in your mouth and just spit it back at Antyr, and it hits Antyr.
Mm. I didn't think they'd be eating seeds. Mm.
He's gonna slowly have the mage hand begin to remove the globs of it.
But as like Vonkar starts like pulling the wagon up off the side of the road because there's no way to get around it, you can see that it was definitely not killed by vultures. It's got about a 3 to 4 foot bite radius taken out of it in some places.
Mm-hmm.
What happened here? I mean,
And I try to inspect the body to see potentially what could have caused these
Okay.
marks.
So you can give me 2 checks because I
Okay.
assume Andrew's also gonna. Are you surveying the area as well, just for
Mhm.
information? Okay.
Yeah.
So medicine check for the body, or and then survival or investigation for the area.
The area. Okay, so I'll do the medicine check. I'm rolling really well
And
tonight. 17.
if anybody else is
Nice.
trying to discern what happened, they can do that as well.
yeah, I think
I go over and help. Yeah.
cool. I
I'll
think
do a
Grin,
survival check.
Grin after
No, that one.
he sees that Antyr has checked out the body,
Mm-hmm.
he's just gonna take the part or look at the part of the body that has the biggest chunk taken out, and
Yep.
then just start cutting so that it can
Okay.
split it and move it, like split, parting the Red Sea, so to speak.
Okay. Easily done. What'd you get, Antyr?
I got a 17 from a medicine, and
Okay.
you said it investigation or survival?
Or survival. And survival more like surveying the environment, like looking for footprints possibly, and then investigation would be more like a investigating the area.
I'll do that. That's Andrew's thing.
Uh,
An 18 for that.
okay, so the medicine, it was killed by a single bite, but it didn't kill it instantly. It was like a territory. It looks like it was done during like a fight, like a territorial thing, and it wasn't done to eat the Triceratops. It was done to. Yeah, it definitely wasn't. There's nothing. Whatever this thing that bit it was didn't eat anything off of this. It took one bite, and you can probably ascertain the Triceratops ran off and bled out. And it whatever bit it has big old fangs, big old teeth.
If this is where it died, can we trace the blood path back to where it was attacked? Possibly.
We'll get to that, perhaps.
Okay.
What's Grin trying to say?
So, are you still saying? I think I remember this ruling before, but I'm wondering if it's still the ruling now, that dead bodies count as objects.
Yes, but if you're trying to harvest it, it still has a harvest DC for doing that
Okay.
stuff.
Cool. Luckily, Justin, you don't have to deal with harvest stuff with Grin. He's instead, you guys see him take his sword, and it just like butter just
So,
cleanly goes right
The thing
through.
is, the sword does have to hit for it to be a critical. It does say in the
Oh,
magic
okay.
item, so make me
Alright,
an attack roll.
All right, let's go.
It'd be with advantage. No, nah, because it's technically objects. Yeah, it's an object. So just go for it. Attack roll, straight attack roll.
Okay. 26 to hit.
Yep.
Two-handed.
Yep. So it's an auto crit.
Yeah.
Big rolls tonight.
17.
Okay. Yeah, you cut pretty deep into it. Antyr, what'd you get for your survival / investigation, and which one did you
My
pick to do?
Yeah, my investigation was an 18.
18. Kind of, you can see like a blood trail coming from the west off into the jungle. And yeah, tied with that, a bite radius of like 3 to 4 feet wide, which is pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
It would help. You'd probably estimate that whatever did this bite was gargantuan sized. And it looks like it was more like territorial
Just trying to get it
to get it
out
out.
of its way.
Yeah.
Right.
But definitely,
relay that- he'll relay that information.
definitely a apex predator.
So this creature this creature here that died was, and he'll indicate to the bite mark that would have been the fatal one.
Mm-hmm.
This seems to be the mark that allowed it to bleed out. Essentially, it wasn't attacked for consumption. It was attacked for just removing it or scaring it or getting it away from a territory.
I'd also say that with combination of the medicine and investigation, pretty fresh. Like fresh enough for there to be a sting for vultures to kind of come down to, but there's no other scavenger creatures in the vicinity, and the blood is
usually
still,
first
the
on the
blood,
scene too.
Yeah, vultures most definitely, and the blood is still a little bit fresh,
Viscous, like,
but still
like-
a little bit. But it's a mix between viscous and coagulated.
Antyr's gonna collect a couple samples of the Triceratops coagulated blood.
Okay, it's on the verge of becoming cold and not warm, so relatively fresh.
I would imagine with the size of the body of this Triceratops, if Antyr were to like get the mage hand to go a little bit deeper in, some of the blood would be still warm if it's that fresh.
Especially if Grin has just cut
hacking
deep
through.
into it. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
So
Antyr's
there's like
gonna get that
sprays
mage
of
hand
there's
to-
like there's a little bit of, I wouldn't say a spray because there's no blood pumping, so it's just kind of
It's
pooling out.
flying,
It's just
yeah,
pooling out,
so
like splashing.
the mage hand will
Grin is
be
probably
scooping.
like Gallaghered in blood.
And then it looks like it came from the west there. The creature that did this is considerably larger than the Triceratops, I would imagine. It's about was the Triceratops considered like a large or huge?
It looks like it'd be considered huge.
Huge. Okay.
And Vonkar didn't take a
Um,
long rest, so I should
so-
probably mark that off.
Let's just be wary, be on guard. We're probably going to be potentially moving through territory, or at the very least, we'll be wary of any creatures that may be running from this predator.
Vonkar's gonna enlarge and walk over the Triceratops and pull it off the road so it's out of the way. And then-
Vonkar, could you break off the horn there?
I can
the tip?
certainly try.
Right. Thank you.
Pull up my rules for harvesting, because this is technically harvesting. And the horn does have a use if harvested, so gotta do that. This should be fun. Vonkar! Nope. Triceratops. Vonkar's not harvesting himself.
Vonkar, what are you doing?
Harvesting.
Try
This is a big enough skin flake to eat.
blood.
That's that movie doesn't really hold up. Alright. Yeah, he's gonna try to break off a horn. DC 15. Nature check, it says, for my thing. Okay. We'll give him advantage because he's big. He's big.
The nature check? Oh,
Yeah, we'll give him advantage because he's putting his strength into it. Nah, 18. Just snaps off one of the horns and hands it to Antyr. So you have a Triceratops horn.
Alright, can Okay, gonna go put that in the cart because I imagine it's like it's like an arm length.
Uh,
Yeah.
like yeah,
Solid
elbow,
keratin.
about elbow to
Okay.
fingertips.
Tips. Okay. Yeah, he'll be doing some alchemical experiments with that. If
Right.
it's, I mean, Antyr's proficient in nature. Would that give him any kind of like knowledge on what to do with that kind of stuff? Because he's proficient in alchemy and herbalism, and then proficient in nature.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, give me a wisdom or you know.
Ooh.
Are you proficient? You said you're proficient in. Sorry, what?
Nature.
Oh, give me a nature check and we'll figure this out right now.
Okay.
Did you guys remember what herbs we're
26.
looking for?
Looking for herbs.
Yeah, because remember we went to Pashan's Potions and we asked about the herbs in this area and up north.
Yeah.
Do y'all remember?
Somewhere in my elder moss. Elder moss is what I'm looking
Nice.
for.
All right.
I did write that down.
Nice.
Okay. Sorry, what'd you get on your nature check?
26.
26. So, if I'm remembering correctly, and I might not be, my knowledge could be wrong. Some people believe rhinoceros horns. I know it's not the same creature by any means, but some people believe rhinoceros horns, when ground up, can provide some strength to the old
Vigor.
appendage.
Virile.
So, you imagine could probably do the same thing.
Could Antyr, with his, now that they're level 5, a little bit more oomph with their magic and their knowledge with alchemy supplies, could they attempt to create a potion that has a similar effect to like increasing libido, but have like something more to it? So like an actual magical potion?
You could certainly try, but you would need other ingredients.
Okay. He'll try to. Fuck, he needs more knowledge. He needs more. He needs more books.
Just making Viagra.
Because essentially, if it works well, he can make some potions
That
for.
would be a cash cow.
Yeah, make some potions for Vonkar and Torger because they're like brawny ones, and just have them go like.
Rigid.
Go rigid and go
Fonkey
ape shit. Just go batshit crazy. So
Just start
yeah,
selling.
it's just a thought.
Just start
Brand
selling.
enhancer.
Just start selling boner potions.
Hey, Vonkar might need it at his age. You never know.
Oh, you never know.
Check out our Fonkey Casual enhancer.
Oh my
Spice
god.
up your life.
So
And
Have a less
the
casual
sticker,
life
in
the
your
front,
bedroom.
the front is the monkey. It's the funky.
oh yeah, you bought that. You bought the weird mermaid
We
monkey
do.
too.
Did.
So yeah, Vonkar pulls the Triceratops off, breaks the horn, just pulls that Triceratops off the road, not pulls it off, and then breaks the horn off, shrinks down, hands the horn to Antyr, and then gets back on top of the wagon and starts steering down the road again. On a swivel, head on a swivel, just to make sure you don't stumble across the predator. Cornelius is dumb, so he's just being a mule. Yeah,
Just enough intelligence to speak.
that's about it.
Sounded
Same.
like a cannon.
Well,
As a follow-up to Vonkar's line, Cornelius just farted. Sounded like a cannon.
that's what. Cornelius is fired. Sounded like a cannon.
Didn't make that her way.
Is Grin proficient in whatever they're playing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering if it's like.
I mean, I could do.
Suitable?
We could see what he rolls for
Oh,
performance.
absolutely.
I have because accordion didn't show up in the
Yeah.
tools. I subbed in bagpipes,
Okay.
but
Mhm.
it's an accordion.
They're
Don't
the
they have
same
accordions with like
thing.
the thing that you can blow into and
All right. D20 proficiency bonus.
You mean
Plus-
melodicas?
So D20 charisma modifier, proficiency
Bless you.
bonus.
Eh.
21.
Woohoo! Damn.
these dice. Whew.
So it's not terrible.
Yeah.
It sounds pretty good actually.
Despite me sucking so hard.
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah. So it's something like that.
Is anyone like keeping a lookout just to make sure that the accordion playing doesn't bring the territorial creature? Okay.
Yeah, I'll
Anyone
keep-
who's
I'll
on a
keep a
swivel, this would be perception checks.
Ah,
Leek will do one too because
it's always when it matters that
'cause-
my rolls suck.
everyone in the party's got kind of rough perception. Let's see what
Rougher-
Leek's got.
rougher.
Leek's
You
Leek's
can't
Leek's a
roll above a
druid,
5.
so I mean, it can't be that bad. 26 for Leek. Yep.
Are
Eight
we
for Hopper.
calling this short rest at all, or
Yeah, you could get a short rest for the first couple hours of
Or
travel.
chilling.
The only one who's not going to get that is Cornelius, of course. And also, Cornelius is using the forced march rules, so after 8 hours, Cornelius will need a break. But yeah, you guys can mark off a short rest just because you're technically getting one.
Antyr's not gonna be just for this. Antyr's not gonna be doing keeping a watch. They're gonna be in the cart, and they're gonna be testing the astral cache. So they're gonna be
Okay.
doing the ritual casting and seeing what items would equate for going away. So
Sure.
different various item sizes.
Okay.
Coming to the conclusion that it requires just what they can grab.
Okay, cool.
I think Hopper is also working on something with his smith's tools.
Sure.
Just kind of fiddling away with different pieces he
Okay.
has in his pack.
All right. Cool beans. Leek
Wearing
is
some cogs, hammering some things.
Leek is being a classic child when you're on a long road trip and they have fallen asleep.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go with the. Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
No, don't think he's that annoying. Not yet.
That's for tomorrow.
That's for tomorrow. After another
Grin
few
has
go ahead.
serenaded him.
to sleep. Yeah, essentially he's fallen asleep. All right. Another 3 hours then for the next hex, because each hex takes about 3 hours to traverse. I did the math. You come to a long, narrow wooden bridge, devoid of railings, that extends across a very deep ravine that stretches as far as the eye can see and beyond. So you don't see the end of the ravine on the other side. You just see bridge that kind of just disappears into the horizon, mist and everything from the jungle. Below the bridge, the ravine is filled with thick, looming mist. All along the jagged rock faces of the ravine, going down into the mist and disappearing, are jungle trees that have somehow taken root and grown along the edges of the ravine, kind of like on an angle like this. The bridge is 20 feet wide, big enough for one wagon, cart, etc. to move across at any given time in either direction. So it looks like if two wagons are going in the one direction and then this opposite direction, it's going to be a bit of a problem. A sign carved into a nearby stone reads, "If the beacon is lit, the bridge is occupied. Do not cross." Embedded into the stone is a small spherical glass ball that is currently unlit. Doe and Torger, you'd remember that the bridge, this is Godbringer's Ravine, this is the bridge you took on the wagon train, and it took about 3 hours to cross. And this is that bridge.
Now I want another lollipop torture.
yeah, I was just thinking that Do you think that there's going to be lollipops coming from the sky?
I mean, I really hope so.
All right, you guys are in for a treat. Literally, there's going to be lollipops that comes by any time now.
But I really do wish it was cheesecake instead.
Oh, forgot to mention in the recap for Brittany because you weren't here. You had a meal prepared for you in your private suite yesterday, and Doe ate like 13 cheesecakes. And
13 whole
and I
cheesecakes.
believe threw them up and went to sleep. I don't remember if there was throw up. Hopper is also hungover.
Fuck yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I'm living the
I am
dream.
poisoned.
Cornelius will say, "Well, once we get to the other side, I'm gonna have to take a little nap, see? Like a break."
Yeah, as long as you can make it to the other side.
The last hour might be a struggle, but we'll get there. I have faith.
You'll do fantastic, Cornelius.
Thanks. I don't know your name, but thank you.
That's all right.
We've only met one time before this, all of you. So,
Oh, Antyr. I thought you just forgot it. My
no,
name is Antyr.
I was in episode 2 and episode 11, and this is episode... No? Yep.
Well, we're glad to have you as a part of the team again.
Let's hope it lasts. You guys are really nice, and I like that song. It's the first song I've ever heard.
You are written into the song too. Sorry, I am hungover. It affects my voice.
Vonkar's gonna look back at everybody. Alright, everybody ready for this? There are no railings on the bridge, so I guess... hands and feet inside the ride at all times. And Doe and Torger, you guys took this bridge before and everything was fine? Did anybody fall off?
I mean, we jumped off.
What do you
For-
mean
for
you
what?
jumped off?
Yeah, we did a great swan dive, right, Torger?
The delay.
Vonkar's just gonna...
Amazing.
Giving
Vonkar's,
such a good eye out.
Vonkar's just gonna turn around and slowly... Okay, Cornelius. Safe as can be. And he starts setting out. The wagon starts to set out onto the bridge. The bridge is 20 feet wide, so there's about 3 feet on either side of the bridge for clearance. Like, not much room.
Mm-hmm.
The only one who can safely probably be out of the wagon is obviously Grin, because Grin can fly around, Torger can fly around. But anybody else, if you climb out of the wagon, there's a chance you just... Whoa! So,
Won't be
I
doing
mean,
that.
I can lay out flat on either side, just saying.
you can certainly try.
I'm only 3 feet tall.
Well, let me reread what it says here for myself.
I'm a small
Is the wagon
creature.
14 feet wide?
20.
No, the wagon.
Yeah, the wagon. The wagon
Oh.
takes up most of the width of the bridge.
Yeah, the wagon is 14 feet wide.
Sure.
Okay.
Big wagon.
We could sleep in this. All of us
Yeah,
can sleep
you can
in
sleep
this
in the
wagon.
back of the wagon. 'Cause
Like all
most
of
of the
us
party
can.
are small. Most of the
Horizontally,
party are
so.
smaller people, yeah.
like Grandpa Joe.
Where was that? Okay.
Sorry.
As the wagon starts to cross the ravine on this bridge, it sways slightly in like a breeze, so you can all feel it kind of just like moving. And yeah, there's no railings on the side, so it's just a sheer drop. If anyone like peeks over the side of the wagon, you kind of just get a straight view down into the mist. It's like 200 feet and then mist, so you don't see the bottom. A familiar place for Doe and Torger, so they have experience. And hey, they jumped into the ravine and they're fine. They're here. So yeah. Bridge. So yeah, the bridge sways a little bit, but seems anchored pretty well into the ravine. There are some slight gaps in the planks that also offer a nice view of the drop. It's like maybe like a 6-inch gap between each plank. So walking across would take a while, but walking across would be fun. The wagon takes up almost the whole width of the bridge, leaving slight narrow gaps on either side. And it's just kind of rolling along.
So, I have a question, though, and Torger. Why did you jump off the bridge? Was it just for funsies, or were you being attacked by something?
Well, the swan dive was for fun, right, Torger?
Yeah, we wants to do fun stuff. So, you know, when we gets put into a situation to choose fun or to be boring, we always choose the fun stuff.
So, if given the opportunity, you would
What
jump
you wants
off
me to
again?
jump off right now? What you wants me to
No,
jump
you
off?
do not have to. I'm not asking you to prove anything. I'm just asking what you
Because I'll jump off right now.
No, you do not have to jump
Do
off.
it. I bet you won't.
Okay, bye.
Antyr!
All
He
right.
has boots of flying.
How far do you
Papa.
fall before you use your boots?
You said it's a bridge.
Yeah, it's about 200-foot drop from the bridge to the mist. And
Uh,
you remember the ravine is much deeper than 200 feet.
Oh no.
I dropped to the mist.
Okay, so Torger falls
can-
200 feet to the mist.
It goes underneath the fog of
Disappears.
the mist.
Wait, Torger, your boots.
Yeah, and I'm gonna activate them underneath the mist.
Okay.
Antyr, how could you? You killed Torger. You shouldn't have done that. Oh.
Well,
Joe is 100% playing this up.
Vonkar stops the wagon and is like, "Oh,
did they forget they had the boots? What's going on, Torger?
You never attuned to those. What are you talking about?
I've seen them fly with them before. Did they Oh no. Message. Torger, are you okay? You can answer this message.
I'm dying. I hopes you're so happy. I hopes you know that I was just doing what you said to do. Because I'm such a good party member and such a good friend. Oh.
Oh no. How deep do you think?
What did he say?
Nothing good. They said that
Is
he
he
said
dead?
that
Is he dying?
Oh,
He's
is that
dying.
what
Did
I
we
look
kill
like
him?
inside? Oh, that's what I look like on the inside. Just like the pinata. I'm mostly candy. Oh no. Oh,
Okay, well,
Just-
he had me in the first part. Now he's
just
going on about a
wet
tangent.
candy and garbage inside. Oh,
Antyr, when they're on their last deathbed, they start talking random things. How could you?
the last deathbed."
Just start fake
yes,
crying.
it's
Hey, that makes
Wild
complete sense for Doe.
It's-
True.
it's my last deathbed. Oh,
Can I hear Torger saying this anywhere
No,
within range?
'Cause-
Like,
No.
No, because at this point
No.
he's out of words for the message, so he's just
Just
whispering
whispering
to
to
himself.
himself.
into the void. Andrew's gonna do starlights to make the humanoid form glow, like right at where they saw Torger
Okay.
fall in.
Cool.
Torger, go to the light.
Oh, don't tell him to go to the light. That is a bad thing.
You all hear a shriek somewhere in the mist,
Oh no.
and then an echoing shriek, kind of on the opposite side of the bridge. Torger, it's a little louder for you.
God.
Damn it.
Yeah, so there's that, and then the response shriek from the other side, and then you all hear the flapping of large wings.
Oh no.
It disperses the mist a little bit, but not enough to see Torger. before two massive gargantuan size, no, huge size? They're big. Flying pterosaurs emerge from the mist.
Pterosaur?
They're large with a wingspan that easily exceed 30 feet each. Those who have studied in places of academia, so probably Doe and Antyr, would know these to be Quetzalcoatlus, related to other pterosaurs but capable of walking with a bipedal gait without issue and have massive long beaks. The two massive pterosaurs are circling overhead. Cornelius is just yelling, screaming, "Ah! Ah!" And they've all clearly chosen you all as their next meal. So I think I need everyone to roll initiative.
God damn it. Initiative rolls are made at disadvantage, right? When you're
Oh
poisoned?
yeah, it's an ability check.
Great. Okay.
Great.
14.
Love that. Great.
Alright, so there's the wagon.
Great.
Torger, you're...
You're somewhere over there.
We're gonna go like this. We'll say you're 220 feet down, just so you're just below the mist cover.
220, not 205?
Sure, 205 then. I'll be nice. That's still a lot.
Appreciate it.
Still a lot.
They call me Slick Thunder.
Slick Thunder. Okay.
It's only before you die.
205 feet down then. And then yeah, the two Quetzalcoatluses are like circling overhead about 50 feet? 50 feet above the bridge.
Oh, I thought they came out of the mist.
They did, and they flew up and started circling the bridge.
What the fuck?
They
That's not what I
got
was
lots of
expecting.
speed. All right.
God
So
damn.
Hopper Grin initiative rolls.
Right.
14.
Natural 1
Perfect.
for a 5.
All right. Vonkar.
And
Oh,
15 for...
Okay.
Sorry, I don't know if you
Cool.
asked me, sorry.
I got it all. We're all good. Vonkar's up first. He sees these things circling ahead. Cornelius, just move as quick as safely as possible. And then Vonkar is going to... He's got a pot. He could just throw a pot at one of them. He's gonna hold his action to do one of his... Oh, he has to use Resilient Body. Okay, so never mind. He can't Thunderclap unless he's using Resilient Body. Okay, which should be marked off and good to go. Yeah, he's gonna fucking huck a pot at one of them.
Hell yeah.
He's got a pot. Oh, Leek cooks. Just whip a pot at one of them. Improvised weapon. He is got Tavern Brawler, so I think he's proficient, or is that just melee for Tavern Brawler?
I believe it's improvised weapons too, but I could be wrong.
Proficient with improvised weapons. Yep. Excellent. He's gonna huck a pot at one of them. Still steering as best as he can, but since Cornelius is awakened, Cornelius has some sense of intelligence. So yeah, he's gonna throw a pot, so it's gonna be a D20 plus 4. Yeah. But it's unarmed Tavern Brawler strike, but it's not a melee attack, it's a dexterity one, so it's yeah, plus 4 to hit? Whatever. Go! Throw a pot. And then get rid of the pot, because you're not gonna have it anymore. Alright, Vonkar, pot, attack. 15 to hit? Yep. Hucks a pot at the one on the left. You all just see this pot sail through the air and smoke the big old Quetzalcoatlus in the face. And I believe that's gonna give me a D4. What is it? D4. D4 plus...
Strength.
Yeah? 9 damage. Whack! With a
Damn.
pot. Just it
That's
goes...
pretty good.
So 9 damage with a pot.
Did you huck it at the left one or the right one?
You don't know. Yeah, you do. The left one.
Okay, cool.
All right, so that's that. Yeah. Sorry. Bonus action. What can you do here? I feel like him getting bigger on the bridge might be a bad idea, so we're not going to do that. However, he will probably use Resilient Body, so his body becomes adamantine. Oh no, he's not going to do that either, because that multiplies his weight by 4, and that might make the bridge precarious. That's his turn, I think. That's going to bring us to one of the Quetzalcoatluses then. It's going to swoop down at... Oh no. Oh god, I feel like Cornelius, but...
Hey, dude, the D. We got how many dudes do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
6
7, 8.
in view.
We have 8. A D8.
8 in view, but they can't see Torger.
Oh, okay.
Because Torger is obscured in the mist.
They roll Torger's number, roll again.
Can I also ask a DM question?
Yeah.
In the mist, is it darkness?
No, you're just heavily obscured. Which means you can't see out of the mist, and they can't see you. So technically, you're blinded. That's so.
But it... Fair enough. Would it at all... Let me see. So it isn't then darkness?
No, it's just heavily obscured.
Alright. Fair enough.
Alright, D8. 1 for Cornelius. Everybody else, you got your number. 1 is the one that matters, essentially. I rolled it to myself. It's a 4! Who wants to be number 4? I'm gonna do it from the stream window. 1, 2, 3, 4. Doe is number 4!
Ah!
So it's gonna... What's its fly speed here? 80 feet. Oh yeah. So it's gonna fly towards Doe. So it actually gets about 5 feet above the wagon. And as it's flying towards Doe, it's gonna go for a bite attack against Doe.
Chuckles. I am in
And
danger.
how far did it fly to you? Sorry, I gotta see, because if it goes 30 feet, it gets a bonus to damage. 35. Okay, cool. If it hits. So it comes down with its big old beak. The beak is much larger than your body, if that makes you feel better. It can basically eat everybody in one gulp, like whole.
Nice.
But it doesn't have a
Spitters
swallow.
are quitters.
But it doesn't have a swallow action, so you're all fine. Okay, to hit. Oh, 22 to hit.
Would you believe that just hits?
And
Yeah,
because
oh
it
yeah.
flew,
Oh yeah.
it flew 35 feet, it does get a bonus to damage. So you take. So I have to roll damage twice. So you take 16 piercing damage.
Okay.
And an extra 9, so 25 damage total.
Yikes.
So
That's
25, and it just keeps going. So it did 35, and it's gonna get to here, I think. And they have flyby, so
ah.
no attacks
I
of
was gonna
opportunity.
say.
So it scoops
Damn.
down and just like bites Doe, and doesn't go for a grapple, but it does pick Doe up like 5 feet in the air, and then drops Doe because it didn't grapple. So Doe was not picked up as food, but bitten, and then it kind of starts to circle around, coming in for another.
Any opportunity attacks?
Nope, because it's got flyby.
Oh, bitch.
All right, Torger, 205 feet down in the mist.
I believe I can fly.
I've got a clarification
Sure.
question. Does a jump count as part of movement?
Yes. Use your movement to jump, but also you have to be on solid ground to jump. And you're not.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, jump uses movement.
Okay. I am going to use a key point to do Step of the Wind,
Okay.
and I'm also going to dash with my action.
Okay.
So I'm going to move 120 feet up.
Excellent.
Puts me-
So you're definitely above the mist, because you're only about 5 feet down. So you're 85 feet down now. Must edit Torger to 25. What did I say? 85 feet. Yeah, that's right.
85 feet.
You're now within view of everybody. Antyr, clearly Torger had lied about hitting the bottom, and you all see Torger up out of the mist. Maybe, but clearly looks fine, and comes flying up out of the mist, 85 feet down.
8.
Throws the cape out and says, "I am comes to bring you death."
All right. Anything else?
Boom, 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 boom. I think that about taps all
Okay.
of my current actions.
Alrighty. Cool.
Yeah, I think that's
Alright.
currently it.
Hopper, you're drunk in the back of a wagon. These big old pterosaurs have started attacking the wagon. One almost took Doe out of the wagon. You're drunk. You're hungover.
Mm-hmm. I'm hungover.
The bridge is swaying with that thing swooped down.
I'm having
You're
a
too tired
great
for the
time.
shit.
Yeah, honestly. So, Hopper just starts rummaging in his bag for the parts he's been working on all morning.
Yep.
And just
You've had about
kinda
6 hours.
whispers in his bag.
You've had about 7.5 hours so far into the day.
Cool.
So if that
Yeah,
helps
he's
you
just rummaging
decide.
for the thing he's been working on and meddling with all day. And then Grin, you hear him say, "Rouge-moi," moi," and he pulls out the tiniest of like cartoony cannons,
Hell yes.
puts it on his shoulder,
It's like,
and then
like
he
one of those like party poppers.
no, imagine like if Cuphead summoned a cannon.
Such a good game.
It's like that style of cartoony.
Cool.
Okay.
Like classic 1930s, 1940s cartoon.
Um,
And then he just says "Éclater," and he fires it at the Quetzalcoatl as a
Okay.
bonus action.
Also for fun, I posted a size comparison of a Quetzalcoatl against an average-sized person. Man,
Wow.
they big, and they're cool
They're
as
big.
fuck.
Yeah.
Thanks, I hate it.
Dinosaurs are cool, guys. Well, technically not a dinosaur, but you know.
So I have summoned a force cannon
Yeah, you have.
as a eldritch cannon.
That's right.
Let me just pull that up.
And now we
So
know what
Force
kind
Ballista.
of subclass you took for Artificer.
Yeah. Force Ballista make a ranged spell attack originating from the cannon at one
Mhm.
creature or object within 120 feet. On a hit, the target takes 2d8 force damage.
Yep.
And if the target is a creature, it's pushed up to 5 feet away from the cannon.
Yep.
So, ranged spell attack. Not at disadvantage because it's from the cannon, not from me. The cannon can walk and run on legs. It has a mind of its own. It can aim on its own.
Does it though?
Yes! I gave
Does it
legs!
though? You made it while you were
Doesn't it?
drunk
Give
though.
me 16 just to kill
You made it while you were
16 plus
You made it while you were hungover though.
Give me
Which
16,
is rough, you know. Let me
I've
read
always
this.
heard create while you're drunk and edit while you're sober.
That's true. All right, let me read this.
This character is the Ernest Hemingway of artificers.
Let me read this here. It does say it's an object, not a creature.
But it has legs and it can run. It's got little legs. And a cannon for a face. And it has hit points. Let me have this. Please. I need this. I've hit one thing.
I know.
I've only killed one thing.
The regret of
I'm
having your
looking at
character drink profusely the night before.
Yeah, honestly.
I can't
This is
find.
16 plus 7.
I can't find any clarification. Yeah, I'll say it's technically a separate creature, even though there's really no clarification. It is considered an object. So go for it. This little cannon with legs appears, and
Yeah, that's a 23 to hit.
yeah, which one are you going for? The one that got beamed by a pot?
The one that just did a drive-by.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's B. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So it's 5.
Vonkar's pot just tumbles
13.
into the roofing. Hopefully there's nobody down there going for a stroll.
13 force damage.
What'd you get to hit, sorry?
It was a 23 to hit.
Oh, yeah. And 13 force damage?
13 force damage.
Nice.
And it needs to... and it's pushed 5 feet away from us.
Okay.
No save.
There. It was B,
not
right?
A.
I moved the wrong one.
Yes.
B, 5 feet. There we go.
Great. That was my action, bonus action. Can't
now
really move anywhere.
So now there's a cannon standing in the back of the wagon.
This little cartoon cannon.
You got a mounted
it's tiny,
cannon.
so it's like,
Yeah, so there's
it's
like a...
tiny, so it's on Hopper's shoulder.
Oh, so it's like a predator.
Yeah.
Cool.
There's
Okay.
a little tiny cannon that does, 13 points of force damage.
Yeah, that's sick. Anything else for Hopper?
No, that is all.
Okay. Leek is technically surprised because he was sleeping when this happened, so Leek's turn's gonna get skipped. Antyr.
All right. Antyr is going to run to the other side to see.
Okay. Luckily,
better
everybody
view.
on that side is kind of light, so the wagon isn't like there isn't like weird
yeah.
weight issues.
Yeah, so as Antyr's doing this, Antyr begins to speak an incantation, and the astral cord extends, and they're going to flick it 90 feet or 85 feet to Torger. Torger, come to us! And they're going to cast Nebulous Exchange to try to pull its vortex warp, but try to pull Torger up 90 feet.
Okay.
So, Torger, if you resist, it's a Constitution saving throw. If you accept, you're teleported 90 feet up.
Yeah.
If you fucking resist, I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm gonna jump through this arena. I'm just gonna start fighting.
It's really hard for me to accept help from Antyr, who throws poop at me.
You spit it at me.
Which ones of us started, huh? Which ones of us
vulture.
started?
So is Torger resisting then?
Yeah, do you resist?
No. I let
Okay.
it take me, and I fly with my hands like I even add as much oomph as I can.
Okay.
Yeah, so the astral cord will like almost around the wrist, like how an astral cord would be, and as it yanks, you're essentially popping noise, boop boop, teleported to. I'll say he's 90 feet, so Antyr can actually do.
Oh.
Antyr can do. Oh wait. Yeah, 90
Based
feet.
on
that
the
you can see in range.
description, yeah, and you can
Oh,
teleport to
anywhere in
any other
range.
place within 90 feet.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Can Antyr like throw Torger right in front of?
Hell yeah, throw
right
me.
in front of A, like right in the beak's face.
Fuck
Yeah,
yeah,
if
yeet me.
you want. So,
Fuck yeah, just.
all right. So I said there.
That is awesome.
That's so
I
good.
said A hasn't swooped down yet, so A is still 30
Ooh,
feet
good
up.
choice.
A is still 30 feet up. So, for Torger, just for my sanity, we're gonna write.
Torger also 30 feet up.
Yeah, we're gonna
this
write
point?
30
Okay.
feet up. So yeah, you're thrown up into the air.
Okay, so that was my action.
Yep.
Bonus action. We're still moving, right? Like
You
Cornelius is
you move
still-
on. You move on Cornelius's turn.
Cornelius' turn.
And
Okay.
because it's mounted movement, if the Quetzalcoatluses are within range of the wagon, they can do an attack of opportunity if anyone in the wagon moves out of their reach, because it's not forced movement, because mounted combat is weird and silly. But yeah, once Cornelius' turn goes, the wagon will move.
Antyr's gonna move behind Vonkar.
And you're gonna push him out?
No, just gonna kind of set up behind Vonkar to, because you said there was probably like a small shake as Antyr
Oh,
ran
man.
across. Is gonna try to center themselves again.
You can just
and that
vortex
will be
warp
their turn.
You can just vortex warp somebody out of the wagon into the ravine.
Y'all remember that? It's a pretty high DC too.
But seriously, that like Torger was just within range.
Yeah, 85
Yeah.
feet down.
That's awesome.
I didn't even realize. I thought it was within 90 feet, but it's just visually that I can see. I can throw them in. Good. Thank you for catching that.
Anything else,
Garrett.
Antyr?
No, that's gonna be it. That's
All
gonna
right.
be it for me.
Quetzalcoatlus A. It's gonna bite Torger. Because Torger is right there, just appears in front of its face, and it goes. It kind of gets startled, and then goes for just like a reactionary bite on Torger. We'll say because it's startled, disadvantage. Because that seems fair to me. With
Cutting words?
It's a disadvantage.
Yeah, it's already got disadvantage. So, you don't need to use cutting words.
Okay.
Um,
My baby, my boy.
15 to hit, though, with disadvantage, because you startled it.
That's a miss.
Alright, so the beak just comes at you and
Nice.
misses. Snags on your clothes or something. Or it just misses wildly because it's scared briefly. Alright. It's gonna stay there, just flapping its wings and hovering. Doe.
That hurt.
Yeah.
That shit hurted. That shit, I'm under half my health.
Yeah.
I am. That shit, I'm. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I need to fucking heal myself.
Leek is like just waking up in the back of the wagon, like, what's going on?
I bet you could squeeze under the wagon if you wanted.
Nah, we're good. We're good. You know what? I'm a great distraction. I'm like one of those wiggly wackly wagon tube
yeah.
guys.
So what do you got for me, Doe?
For second level, you just see Doe lick their lips. They're just like,
Ew.
and they're casting a second level cure wounds. Jesus
Alrighty.
fucking Christ, it's my brain.
Hey, Antyr, you're still on top. You're still on top of the kill leaderboard, Antyr.
Okay, that's 16. Okay, you know what? That's good enough.
Wizards. Wizards. Best class.
And
Best
then
class.
there, who's doing good shit?
All the W's are the best classes. And there's only 2 of them.
So only wizard and warlock.
Yeah, best classes.
What about Wanja?
Oh, Warsaws.
Orcerer,
Oh, Waladins.
Or
Waladins,
wogues?
Wogues.
Woes.
So yeah, you heal
real
yourself.
wogue.
So Doe, you heal yourself. What do you got for me?
And then I'm looking towards Torger, and you just hear.
Torture! If you die, we can't have any more cheesecake together.
And Doe's giving you a bardic inspiration.
And just so you know, your bardic inspiration.
Priorities.
Your bardic inspiration is now a D8.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, that's Doe's turn then. Bringing us to the tiniest token on this battle map, Grin.
Oh.
Size tiny.
Grin is going to go right up to Quetzalcoatl B.
Mm-hmm.
And cast Darkness.
Alrighty.
And will kind of move around to maybe here.
Yep.
Yeah. And I've made the circle. I don't know if
Oh.
you can see it.
No need, my friend. I will show you why in just a second.
Okay.
Oh no, I don't like that.
Out of darkness, my old friend.
Ooh. That is awesome.
So good.
Or,
Oh, and it's under.
oh, yeah. Yeah, like that, roughly.
Where's? Oh, there he is.
Rough-
Where'd Grin go?
Roughly like that.
Sweet.
And Grin's under all that.
Yep.
Alright, so a sphere of darkness centered on the Quetzalcoatlus, so when it flies, the darkness moves with it.
No, it's on Grin.
Oh, okay. Cool. Alright.
Oh, right. Sorry. There was like a whole thing I had in mind. Sorry. Yeah, never mind. We won't do it today.
Okay.
But it's just on him.
Alrighty. Okay, can I move more than one token at once? Let's find out. Yes, I can. Oh, shit. All of them at once. Because Cornelius is now going to move 40 feet. 5, 10... Actually, this might be easier if I just move the flying people back 40 feet. Yeah, that'll be easier. So, 40 feet back. $40 feet back. Where's Grin? 40. Oh my god. So much moving parts. That's about right. Grin, 40 feet back. Quetzalcoatlus A, 40 feet back. There we go.
Cool.
So that's Cornelius' turn just to move. Just still screaming. Ah! Ah! What are these things? Leek was surprised, so no turn for Leek. But he now has his reaction. To Vonkar again. Oh, man. Okay. Okay, dig around in his belongings again. I don't want to throw away all of his stuff, so... he's gonna hold his action for an unarmed strike in case one of them comes within melee, and he's gonna punch it. Again, he doesn't want to get big because it might make things rough on the bridge. Quetzalcoatlus B. In the darkness. What's their intelligence? I want to see if... Oh, they're dumb as shit. Okay. D8 to see what direction it flies in, because it's discombobulated and confused.
Discombobulated.
7.
I am confused. They're gonna fly
Southwest.
Yeah.
80 feet southwest.
amazing.
And Grin, you don't see anything. But
Yeah, I do.
you feel it. Oh yeah. It just starts flying.
Yeah. And because it didn't attack, I get a reaction to hit it.
Flyby.
Flyby only counts if it attacks something. Correct?
The Quetzalcoatlus doesn't provoke an opportunity to attack when it flies out of an enemy's reach. That's all it says for flyby. Doesn't need to attack for flyby.
Yeah, flyby
Alright.
doesn't necessarily do that. I had an
Yeah.
owl
Alright.
that used flyby for every single turn.
Yep. So there it is,
Yeah.
off the map, but still very much in play. I just didn't make the map big enough. And it's like, it sees where it is, orients itself, dash action, 80 feet back, but not anywhere near the darkness.
That's fine.
There we go. And that one was 5 feet down, so Quetzalcoatlus B is 5 feet up, A is 30 feet up, just so everyone's aware. Torger! You got one looking right at you.
Good luck trying to seize me with one friggin' eye! Then balls up his hands like this. Pokes hard to
Alright,
attack.
go for it. Unarmed strike. Fun fact, if you do a stunning strike, these things, since they're flying, would fall prone and plummet. Just so you know.
Well,
if-
I already know that. You're
I know.
spoiling it for the viewers at
Aw,
home.
I'm just- people forget their stuff sometimes.
I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know, my friend.
Or
Ooh.
maybe they can't
Hold on.
fall.
Hold on. So that's a 12.
That misses.
Would you say it misses by a lot? Or would I not know?
You wouldn't know.
You have Bardic Inspiration, right?
Do it.
Yeah, I know.
Do
I
it.
know.
Okay.
Listen,
Sorry.
I'm trying to know if it's worth it.
Yeah.
Because if it's...
I will say you almost hit it.
well, then I am going to use that Bardic.
Okay.
You feel the power of the
Oh.
cheesecake coursing through you.
I don't know. I don't know if this doggy's going to hunt. It's a big thing, but I got 14 total.
14 hits.
So rolled a 2. Well, then I'm going to use a key point for a stunning strike.
Right. Roll damage first.
The power of the stunning strike is strong, but the power of cheesecake is stronger.
Just lactose intolerance.
I'll shit
So
my
7,
pants any day for
but
that.
it's since I'm right
7?
there, it is a poke.
All right,
on the
so
eye.
7
I go,
damage,
boing.
and it needs to make a con save for stunning strike, if I remember correctly.
Give me one.
Yeah,
one
it's con
mo.
save. Here we go. +1.
Also.
Ooh, that's an 8.
It does not pass on
Nope.
its con
So it's
save.
stunned, and it falls 500 feet automatically into the mist.
Does not pass, and neither does the cheesecake.
Nope.
Hold
5.
on.
Wait.
I'm also going.
Does that incur an opportunity attack?
No, because it's force movement.
Okay.
Hold on one.
Just like when
second.
I've had
Let me
too
see
much
this
cheesecake.
board. Oh, so this thing is right
Forced
next to it. Hold on,
movement.
right?
What?
Sorry, way back before it was doing it, it was 30 feet up.
Yeah, and then it fell
Correct.
500 because you...
Wait, 1 second, my friend. When I hit, because I have the crusher feet,
Yeah,
I can move it 5 feet in any direction.
yeah.
And it's above the other Quetzalcoatl.
It is 30 feet above it.
30 feet above it. Like
Yeah.
directly above it?
No,
Or...
that's 5 feet to the side.
Right. So I'm going to, with that punch, have it move 5
Okay.
feet to be
Sure.
directly above, and then fall
Perfect.
500 feet
Okay,
down.
so it falls 500
to hit
feet
the other
down. I'm
Quetzalcoatl.
gonna put it. Okay, it falls 500 feet down.
Mhm.
It falls 30 feet. So the one below it. I have to look up the rules for falling on another creature real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember if it's the falling damage is halved, but it's also gonna take 30. It's also gonna take damage from hitting the other one. So it falls 500 feet, slams into the one directly below,
Because
which
they're
is,
humongous.
Which makes then it makes a dex
Big.
save. It's a dex save to have it or negate it entirely. Falling on another creature, right here. Nope. Is it in Tosh? It might be in Tosh, as I'm looking in the wrong book. Here we go. Okay.
Oh no, the part.
Falling onto a creature. Okay. If a creature falls into the space of a second creature, neither of them is tiny. Oh, that makes sense. Dexterity save or be impacted by the fallen creature. Any damage resulting from the fall is divided evenly between them. The impacted creature is also knocked prone. So there's a chance you can knock both of these things prone. The second one would be incapacitated, so it would be able to regain its flight, but it would still fall 500 feet, but be able to fly up. Okay, dex save then for this thing. I'm moving my wagon around. All right.
Sorry.
Alright. Dex save, +1, DC 15, 13. Okay. So they both take. So 3d6 bludgeoning damage halved. 'Cause it's 30 feet. 4, 5. So they both take, rounded down, 2. 2 bludgeoning damage. And they're both knocked prone. So they both start falling 500 feet.
Okay. I'm sorry. I gotta
That was
ask.
amazing.
I gotta ask. What's this look like? How does Torger do this?
Hits it in the eye. It falls down, starts like just careening down. Because as it gets hit in the eye, it gets zoinked because of the specific pressure points known to Torger in a living body. And poking around in the
Got Kylie
temple,
over here.
falls down, and they both just start doing that wing thing. That wing is just skin in the wind as it goes down really fast. And
Ew. I don't want to look at that.
We all
Moving.
risking in the wind.
Okay.
Just some wing skin in the wind. As they both just...
Xanathars, here we go.
You ever thrown a newspaper, but like it's not bound by anything, and you just hear the flap of the wing, the paper in the wind?
Do you
That, but
ever
huge.
feel like a newspaper?
Okay, here we
Through the
go.
wind,
Flying creatures.
into the ravine.
If a flying creature.
This is the sing-along Grin wanted.
Yeah.
The rule is held to fly that non-hawk was still conscious and has a flying speed that's greater than your
Attacked by a
feet.
bird. Torger knocked it down. Floating through the wind.
So subtract the creature's current flying speed from the distance it fell before calculating falling damage. That one on the bottom's being hit, though. Okay. So based on that, this one would be not 500 feet down automatically. This one would be 60 feet down. While the other one, because it's not unconscious or anything, so it can regain its, like, flap its wings to prevent itself from dying, because it has a flying speed still. While the other one immediately just plummets 500 feet, disappears in the mist, but still very much in play. We'll see. Alright, anything else, Torger?
How far did y'all fall? Holy shit.
We were able to sing a song all the way down. Num. I don't think I can make it to... You said 60 feet?
Yeah, the other one's 60 feet down, and it's like regaining, it's flapping its wings and kind of regaining its composure. This one is fucking... gone. I don't remember how I'm gonna pull up my notes so I remember how deep this ravine is, but I think it's deep. Oh yeah, I still got all the session zeros. That's all I need. Anything else though?
I don't think I got anything else because
Okay.
I can't really. Oh wait, I get 2 attacks per action. 40 feet. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot a bow at it then.
Okay.
I'll shoot a bow at this thing. 60 feet down. I can shoot at 80 feet. Bing bang, 21.
Oh, sorry, yeah. So it's definitely
No worries.
it's not a super long fall because someone cast Featherfall. So, okay. Cool.
Cast Featherfall?
Yeah, so yeah, you hit the one that's 60 feet down.
Yeah, it's 8 damage.
8 damage! Alright, that one's not looking so great. Its buddy fell on top of it. An arrow hits it. Anything else, Torger?
That's what you get.
Cool. Excellent. Alright, Hopper.
Nobody's bites my friend toe.
I'm going to, very hungover, climb on, like, towards the edge of the wagon so I can see this thing below us.
Yep. You can
and
only
I'm
see the
going
one
to-
that's... Obviously can't see the one that's 500 feet down, but...
I can only see B.
Yep.
So I'm going to attempt to cast Astringent Dart, which is a bonus action, or
Yep.
which is a cantrip, at it.
Hold on a
so-
second.
That one was a
That's not...
homebrew.
That's a
Yeah.
Garrett homebrew
Oh.
spell. You can't have a
Yeah.
stringent dart.
Sorry.
Never mind then. How dare you, Garrett?
Yeah,
That
for some...
was
I
my
can't
bad.
go through and remove all those homebrew, because when
Yeah.
I enable homebrew, it shares everybody's homebrew. So I can't
Gotcha. Okay.
remove that, unfortunately.
I'm sorry.
You're fine. I should have asked beforehand.
It'll say homebrew in
Then
the
I won't
spells,
do
and I think it says who made it. So always worth checking. to
It
see.
doesn't say in the spell list when it's available to me. when
No,
I'm
if you
picking
pull up the
spells.
spell details, it'll tell you who made it, probably.
Um,
But regardless, yeah, no dice on a stringent dart.
Rip. Yeah, I'm gonna climb up instead then. It's less than 30 feet. Or it's more than 30 feet. Yeah, I can't. Nothing else has range to hit that. So, what do I have? I have a crossbow. I'm gonna pull out my crossbow and attempt to fire at it.
Yeah, go for it.
That's a disadvantage. Yeah. That's a natural one. And
all right. Trying to hungover fire a crossbow, it just sails.
Oh, devastating. I rolled a nat 20 and a nat 1.
Oh, anything else then?
Bonus action, my force cannon.
Yep.
Not a disadvantage.
Nope.
That's a +7. A 14 to hit.
14 does hit.
Right, that's another.
And you're going for the one that's obviously visible?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's another 14 force damage.
Alrighty, how do you kill that one?
And it's force.
How do you kill that one with your little shoulder cannon?
I think just hung over, head pounding. I missed the crossbow shot, super woozy. And I just lean over the edge and say, "Ekla," and it like as I vomit over the edge of this probably wobbly bridge after the large attack. It just fires at this Quetzalcoatlus, and it just joins its plummeting friend into the abyss.
Its wings like fold up, and it does that thing where birds fall out of the sky and they just like spiral.
Yeah, yeah,
right.
Exactly.
These things are big, so they're gonna make big old impacts down there. All right, cool.
And I'm just gonna sit down.
All right, and they fall more on their turn. That's how falling works. Antyr, the other one is not visible.
Okay.
There's a big old orb of darkness floating in the sky.
This has happened before. With the creep did it at one point. Antyr's on like full alert at that point. Antyr's gonna run to the back here.
Okay.
To the back of the cart. And is gonna keep an eye on Grin. Like wherever Grin was. Because at this point the darkness was something that Grin wasn't sure how it happened. And I feel like Antyr thinks that Grin is on someone's shit list. So yeah.
Okay.
Antyr is going to keep it's going to ready a Hoarfrost beam. So the cold coalesces around the hand and kind of raises it up to fire at any hostile creatures.
Okay.
That show up.
Alrighty. Start of this thing's turn. I don't max falling damage, so 50d6. Oh no, it falls another 500 feet and hits the bottom. So it's 60d6. How's everybody doing? I'll wait for this to...
Yeah. No, I'm pretty good. Felt good about that last attack.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, stop. Here we go.
That was...
210 bludgeoning damage. Alright, that goes to Torger, that one.
Yeah.
But everything seems safe now. No more shrieking. And Cornelius just kind of keeps... Cornelius, stop. Dude, we're gonna make sure everyone's okay. And Cornelius stops and the wagon stops on the bridge.
You guys would probably see that the black orb of darkness is just kind of flying around. And like
Grin!
moving up next
Grin,
to
are you okay? Grin!
Wow.
Torger's gonna go over to the darkness.
Okay. We're no longer in the encounter, so...
Hello. It does.
The darkness still up?
Yeah.
What's going on?
I don't know.
the last time I saw this happen was with you know who.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was an issue, and I didn't like it, so I asked for a boon from, the Ash Heart. Now I can see in this darkness.
From the Ash Heart?
Oh yeah.
What about your papa?
Well, Papa too. Like I said, it's always been a joint effort.
Hopper's just gonna stick his head into the darkness so he doesn't have to see any light, and he just sighs a little bit.
Cause the hangover.
Yeah. Giant
this-
sunglasses.
Would it count as, like, since turns are 6 seconds and I've been in that darkness for 6 seconds, am I starting a turn in that darkness?
Yeah, technically.
Cool. I will adjust my temporary hit points then.
Ooh.
Alright, Vonkar said, everybody safe? Everybody in the cart?
All alive, yes.
Yeah,
So,
I'll keep my wings stretched and just fly next to us for about, for a bit.
Are you staying in darkness?
Yeah, last 10 minutes.
Are
Why
you
not?
ensuring it so the wagon isn't covered so Cornelius can see where he's going?
Yeah, he didn't get close enough to
Okay.
like put anybody in the darkness other than people who
Okay.
seemed like they wanted to, like
Okay,
Torger.
cool.
Yeah, we have a dark side of the wagon and a light side of the wagon.
Okay, cool. Alright, so yeah, then Cornelius keeps going along then on the bridge. No more Quetzalcoatlus' attack. Yeah. You got about an hour and a half left on the bridge.
Those things are slippery though.
Georgia, that was pretty amazing what you did.
Yeah, but I feels a little bit like a hypocrite because they's just trying to eat too.
Oh yeah, never mind. Well, next time you are eating or looking for food, next time you're looking for food, I'm just gonna smack you across the face.
Yeah, but I think the only difference is they was going to make us the food.
How do you know the vultures weren't gonna make us food?
They clearly were going to get the Triceratops, okay?
They
Well, we
could-
were gonna interrupt their meal.
They could probably eat Grin. I don't know about the rest of us.
Hopper too, probably.
Yes, they probably would have eaten me.
Well, they are scavengers, so maybe not.
I think I'm not too worried
Everybody's
about
talking
them.
like we've.
It's the cats that I worry about.
I am as good as a corpse right now, if I am being totally honest.
Oh, I can help with that.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
but everybody's around here like acting
never
like
mind.
not better than scavengers. We all met each other with a scavenger hunt.
Not.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah, well.
Bill, are you
So-
feeling alright?
That, they had some nice teeth on them. Kinda jealous, not gonna lie.
Don't worry, if anyone dies, I can bring you all back now.
Oh.
Oh, well.
Yep. I can feel it in my veins.
All right.
So do you need a potion or anything to
I'm
you
just,
up?
if the next hour everything's relaxable, chillaxing as the,
You see Doe's reading, squinting from their book.
chillaxing as the, youth in some of the towns say, I'll be good.
Oh, here, Hopper. And Leek's gonna, like, poke your stomach. Actually, they can look down and do it because they're 4 feet tall. So they're gonna poke you in the belly
Wow.
and cast Lesser Restoration so you're no longer hung over.
That is a neat trick you have there, Leek.
Yep!
Thank you. feel much better. Starts to get up and stretch his neck now that his head isn't pounding. Come on, neck there. Let's get some proper sunlight. And he'll just step to the other side of the wagon. Still has his mini cannon on his shoulder.
Alright.
Torger. Torger! Are you still flying in the air? You're muted.
Yeah, I'm right over here. What do you want?
I had a question.
Okay, shoot.
The way that you get big and small sometimes that you've been talking about, like Vonkar. I would talk to Vonkar,
Sure.
but they seem focused on the task at hand.
It's pretty convenient.
I know. Does that require I feel it's magical, yes?
I don't know. I just do it.
Is it something that
You
requires
don't do it?
I don't do it, no. I could learn how to do something similar, I've heard, but I'm inquiring because of is there any, do you say anything to make yourself bigger? Are there any kind of spoken incantations that you must speak? I haven't heard you do this, and I don't think I've heard Vonkar either. I'm just, does it have a somatic spell component?
Just looking at it. Give me 1 second.
And would you need to use it? 'Cause I know it's a racial thing, right?
It's a racial thing. I don't know if I have to use what's there. Spell as written, it's verbal, somatic, and material. But I don't know how that applies to, since it's a racial trait. I don't know, because
Yeah, me
it's
neither.
Duergar magic.
Yeah.
You can do it without requiring a material component. It says if you pull up
So-
Duergar magic.
But there
Alright,
is
cool.
verbal and somatic components to it, so
Do
you
the-
still
yeah,
need to do
correct.
No,
that.
so I put my hands together and I just go.
Oh.
That's sounds and hand movements.
So could at some point when we make it across this bridge, if we make it across this bridge, could you practice that for me? Could I study that? It's for
What?
it's for purposes. I just want to
Alright,
study how that
if you
affects
wants to
happiness.
ask me on a date, all you got to do is ask me on a date.
Sure, this could be a date if you would like.
Wait, what's you doing? What are you trying to do?
I'm not trying to do anything. If you would like it to be a date, we can make it a date. I don't know how private it's going to be with all the others, but sure.
Wait, now you want it to be a private date? Oh, I did
I
not
d-
know.
Our dates are usually private.
I don't know. It's never been on a date.
Oh,
All the dates that happens at my village is everybody just dates.
so everybody's
Everybody's like, oh hey, there's going to kiss and hug over there, and then they do's it.
And then 9 months later, there's a child.
9 months? What's you talking about?
Isn't that? Do y'all not procreate that way? It should not be laughing. The face.
All right, he wants to talk about the slugs and the sneeze.
I don't need to talk about that. Do you?
Well, you seems to think that there's a long time when people, after they, do the slop dance.
What are these words you're using?
Slop dance.
I guess you
You
could
just
call
see
it that.
Joe in the background just starting to write in their book.
Leek just
Any-
2 fingers in the ears.
The horizontal
Yeah.
rock slides.
Horizontal. Slop.
Okay. Now what were we talking about? How did this conversation go to this?
Because you said something about 9 months. And
Do y'all
I
just?
don't. We was getting into
Okay.
a conversation about the gestation
Let's just-
period of the
At the end,
of the Duergar
anyway,
people.
it's just gonna like.
Yeah.
Right away.
Okay. Oh yes. Okay. So I'm the one who makes
You see
it
the
weird.
cheeks, the blue cheeks turn like, oh well, you wouldn't see this, but the others would see like a purpley undertone to
Why
Antyr's
did your
face. as
cheeks
they-
get dark gray? They're usually regular gray.
Nothing, Torger. And Antyr's gonna try to busy themselves
Sure.
in their boat.
All right.
As
You're the one who wants to watch people get enlarged and talk about making more babies, but they supposed to be 9 months, some kinds of weird timeline.
Yeah, that's weird. Anty-Gothel could make a baby in like an hour.
Yeah, use all sorts of timelines that you wants to make a baby. You guts to wants to.
They just pop
Because-
into existence.
Well,
Yeah.
no, because then
Yeah, that's
two
how
people
Papa made me.
they decides that they loves each other, and then 9 to 18 days later, they get all sorts of new rock babies that rolls out of each other. And then they picks the most precious rock from the rocks pile, and that's how babies comes together.
So, wait, there's a bunch of rocks. They pick one and they toss the other rocks away.
Yeah, how do you think? Do you think that I comes from less than a perfect rock? I gets picked. I was the most perfect rock.
You were made from a rock.
Yeah, what do you think? I'm such a perfect shade of gray.
You can see that Vonkar's also
Yeah,
like
Antyr's gonna look over to Vonkar.
Vonkar's like, huh?
What's
Vonkar, did you pick a lot of babies, rock babies in your time?
Not that
Once
I,
did your
not that
parents
I,
not pick you out of a pile?
not that I remember. You know, my memory's a little fuzzy, so I could have been.
Did your
Okay.
parents not pick you out of a pile? Oh, because I was chosen on purpose. What, you accidentally, like two people smash their genitals together and all of a sudden they swap DNA like it's something that's disgusting?
No, my parents planned me. There was a whole
Oh.
elves procreate for the reason of progressing family lines and specific
Oh.
reasons. So yes,
This makes
you
it
were-
sound so clinical. Less
Um,
majestic.
As this wonderful conversation
The
continues,
slop.
as the slop conversation continues,
snoo.
you do eventually cross the bridge. However, Cornelius needs to make a
Harengon.
Constitution saving throw, just as you're getting off the bridge. He's fine.
Harengon procreates because we like doing it.
All right.
That is the only
Um,
reason.
The wagon kind
Says a
of
rabbit.
the wagon finally like
That's
gets
the joke.
the wagon finally gets off the bridge, and it would be the sun is set or on the cusp of setting at this point, starting to get dark, and as it begins to get dark, the sounds of the jungle night start to come alive, and Vonkar will like stop the wagon and ask, should we like keep going and try to find a place to set up camp, or should we just pull off to the side of the road and
Well, it'll be a lot harder to find a place when the sun's down, so
it is currently setting.
yeah. So
I can set an alarm around the camp so that no one will disturb us without us knowing.
Actually,
Then you see Doe kind of like cracking their fingers.
Mm-hmm.
last night, after I was, actually no, after the cheesecake incident, I was really thinking, and it got me clear in my head, and I was like, what do you need after cheesecake? You need a really good place to nap, that you can be undisturbed, that you can just be in your own little bubble.
And Doe's looking around. Where they are, where the wagon is it all pretty clear, or is there like...
It's road and then jungle, and then the wagon itself is like pretty wide. Like everybody can fit in the wagon comfortably.
All right, everybody, get off the wagon.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah, all right.
Very well.
All right.
So, once Stowe like sees everybody's come off the wagon, you see them pull out just from their bag. It's that first they're like taking out their machfruit and shitting, but then they're like,
Doesn't feel right.
they put it back, and you see this little hand drum that they pull out, and you see them crack their fingers, and they start beating out a very jaunty type of tune, something that has like lo-fi hip-hop beats that somebody
Okay.
would study to, and they're tapping around and they're walking around the wagon, and you just and they're just like licking their lips, and after about a minute you see on top of the wagon there's this bubble that starts to appear, and they are casting tiny hut.
Okay.
Woo!
And the
Play
hut
music,
on the
study.
outside,
No relation to that.
on the outside, if anybody has seen from their previous travels, if they've ever seen a tiny hut, they'd know it'd be normally like opaque, but the opaqueness to this, it looks like you can make out books that have been stacked, like silhouettes like that instead. So it looks more like this.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Okay. So
That's
you
awesome.
you conjure the tiny hut over the wagon, is what I'm guessing. And what color is it? Because you get to pick the color.
It's like burgundy.
Okay. Transparent from the inside, opaque from the outside. Alright. And even though we said in Beneath the Tide that it had pillows in it, Tiny Hut does not conjure furniture. It just conjures the dome.
Dang it. Because I made an interior of what I wanted it
Yeah.
to look like, with a nice pillow floor and a little
I know.
tree with hammocks for everybody to sleep
Unfortunately,
in.
it's not how the spell works. It's just a dome. That fits.
Thank you for letting me have books on the outside.
That fits 9 creatures of medium size or smaller. So that's everybody, and possibly Cornelius, if Cornelius is allowed inside the dome. But Cornelius will have to be into the back of the wagon because it's only a 10-foot radius. So Cornelius will clamber up into the back of the wagon as well. If anybody wants to use me as a bed or a pillow, that's okay.
I think just for extra precaution, because Hopper is very paranoid at the moment, and by at the moment I mean since the party met each other,
Okay.
he's going to also cast Alarm as a ritual
Okay.
around the area in a 20-foot cube.
Sure. Silent or audible.
Audible.
Okay. So everyone will hear it then if it goes off?
Yes.
Okay.
It feels sacrilegious casting tiny hut. I'm not gonna
Why?
lie. It took a
Because
solid
it's-
probably half an hour.
It's
If
no-
I'm like,
No relation, no knowledge.
I know, but I'm just like, Caleb was just so good with it. I'm like,
It's
this
Caleb.
feels wrong.
Antyr's gonna, as the others are getting settled, Antyr's gonna look to Torger. You ready? To get big?
Whoa.
Actually, I just can't do it today.
Are you shy?
No, I just already did it today.
Oh. Okay. You got my
What you
hopes up.
what you do all
it to
you
be.
what you do something so you just you do it all the time. You gets to do one thing and then you're ready to go right away.
We'll leave that alone.
You've got no refractory period.
You know what? A short rest, a quick recovery, and I'm back on it.
Well, some of us, when we've got special abilities, when it's worth the wait, you've got to wait until the next day. So,
But if it's good, you can do it multiple
my
times and
God.
not get tired.
wow.
I understand. I
Fantasy
understand.
All right,
antidepressants.
well,
Tomorrow, if you
Seems-
don't use it tomorrow, could we do it tomorrow? Look, it's okay. Look, there's a reason
you're
why I want you
making
to...
making me feel used and dirty. I'll take first watch.
I'll take first watch.
No, I said I was going to take first watch.
Well, I'm an elf and I only need 4 hours of trance, so I can take.
yeah, but we're
first
supposed to
watch it.
hang around a while, and you only got to sleep like 6 hours to sleep for a full rest, and I'm going to take 2 hours of watch. So you can do what you want, and I'm going to take 2 hours of watch. I'm gonna cast invisibility for the first hour
Okay, cool.
and walk around and like run the perimeter for the first
Okay.
hour.
As you,
Joe was about to say they don't have to because no one can get in, but they're just like,
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll figure it out.
so yeah, Torger,
Um,
you.
He
well-
needs to
oh.
run off the extra energy.
Antyr is going to take first watch with Torger. As Torger goes invisible, Antyr's going to think of Torger and cast a spell magic.
So I think for dispel magic, you have to see the spell. No.
Choose one creature or object or magical effect within range. I'm choosing Torger.
Okay.
Range.
Interesting. Okay.
It's 120 feet.
Oh, then all right. Cool. Let me look at this.
I'll wait for like the 30-minute mark and then do it.
Okay.
These two bros.
What level are you casting it at?
Third.
Third? Okay. So towards your about half an hour into your walk, you're just walking around invisible. You can see out over the ravine because you're still like kind of close to the ravine, like 20 feet away from the ravine.
Mhm.
You can see the sun setting kind of in the distance, and it's kind of casting light into the ravine a little bit. And then, as the sun sets completely and night takes hold, Antyr, you can cast dispel magic, and Torger reappears.
I'm curious if becoming like not like if you're invisible and you turn visible, would you notice it right away?
Probably.
Genuinely
Yeah.
kind of.
Okay.
And also, like, to be invisible, there was a
Oh,
ruling.
you have to maintain concentration,
there-
right?
yeah.
Technically.
Yeah, there was a ruling in. This doesn't pertain to any of this, but there was a ruling that was done in the Calamity for Critical Role that even while you're invisible, you still need to have a part of your eyes visible, so light can bounce into them, so you can still see. And I think that's a really cool
Oh,
idea.
that's a
that
really interesting
I
idea.
like the idea of making high perception checks to see invisible creatures by just their like
Irises.
the light going
the
into the pupils.
pupils.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's actually really interesting to think about.
Because he wrote that in Calamity, and I was like, that's fucking cool, and it makes sense. But yeah, so Torger, you would notice your invisibility.
Oh.
Well, it only lasts for an hour, so about half an hour into it. It ends a little earlier than anticipated. And also, none of you see anything during your watch, just the sun setting.
You know, right over there. Seemed a little early, didn't it?
Why don't you go take a long walk off a short bridge?
If I had those boots, I would.
Go fly a kite.
Okay.
Go fly a kite.
Andrew's gonna settle back into the invisible tiny hut, and it's
Mhm.
gonna do the trance for the.
I'm
middle.
finishing my watch.
Yeah,
Alright.
Andrew's gonna do the like 4 hours, so they're gonna be awake for the remainder of the.
Torger, for your last. Are you doing anything for the last half hour?
Or the last hour and a half. I'm gonna just make
Right.
sure
Okay.
I've got every just like do the remedy. Special attention to where the flying dinosaurs were coming. 'cause
Sure.
we're not far.
No,
enough
you're about
away
20
from a
feet away.
ledge.
You're
If there
20
was-
feet away from it, yeah.
Yeah, if there was any sort of retaliation
Sure.
coming.
Give
I
me
wanna make
a perception check. As you're just kind of like perimeter, maybe looking over the edge, peeing over the edge if you'd like.
sure.
because that would be fun.
13.
13. Deep down in the ravine, you can hear what sounds like animals are ripping into something and eating something, and it sounds like a lot of yips and barking. Not like dogs, but it sounds a lot like hyenas. Down in the ravine have gotten into something, and it sounds like whatever they're ripping into has enough food for a large pack of them, because sounds like a large pack down there. And that's about it. Nothing coming near the camp.
Okay. And then walk by, like, I go inside the hut and I walk by Antyr,
Okay.
who is trancing, correct?
Yep.
Going to take a bowl of warm water, put it next to them,
Oh,
and
shit.
then just not disturb there, like, but just drop that hand right into some warm water and then walk away.
Okay. Torger, Antyr, you can choose if that affects you or not. You're not really asleep. You're still conscious because trancing is.
I'll wait.
Okay.
The hand looks like it stays in for a bit, but they slide up their hand so it like goes flat along the water surface.
Okay.
Because they're technically semi-conscious. So.
Okay. Does anybody else does anybody else take watch, or do you stay within the tiny hut? Because tiny hut.
You don't really need to.
Yeah.
I'll take a morning watch. Just
So you're gonna wait till
For the heck of
wait till
it.
the morning then? It's currently like 10 p.m.
yeah. I think once I get an inkling of, because rabbits are more active during dusk and dawn time.
Yeah.
So I think once Hopper starts getting that inkling, he'll wake up and take a final watch.
All right. All right. So, all right. All right. Well then, Hopper. As 5 a.m. begins to approach and the sun begins to rise, you get a long rest. Do you do anything before everybody else wakes up?
I think I just kind of pace the borders of the alarm spell with Eclair still on my shoulder.
All right. Yeah.
and I
Eclair,
have-
Eclair is still up there having a good time.
No. Eclair.
I know. I was trying to be funny. Whamp whamp.
Wah, wah. I ruined the joke, guys.
I ruined it. No joke to ruin.
Yeah, just me and Eclair, just kind of walking the peripheral,
All right.
the perimeter.
You can do a perception check if you'd like.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. No. Relatively quiet. Aside from all the jungle animals also waking up.
Okay.
Alright. An hour passes and everybody else would slowly start to rise, having gained the benefits of a long rest. And because we're at 2 hours and a bit, we're going to go to break. And we'll come back with everybody having woke up, having gained the benefits of a long rest. So we'll see you all back here in a few minutes. Also, hello Rose, you just popped in chat as soon as we're going to break. So,
Oh no.
oh no.
No. I love you.
I'm just messing up, clicking all my buttons here.
Oh no.
It's we're just hanging out.
So embarrassing.
Hello.
Not in front of Rose.
everybody. So, you all wake up bright and early to the sound of screaming jungle birds, screaming monkeys, screaming jungle animals, just because the jungles are loud, if you heard one before. Also, Tiny Hut ends after 8 hours, so as soon as Tiny Hut drops, the sounds just get more concentrated, and everybody wakes up, having gotten a long rest. So that's nice. It's a new day. See, travel makes the days go by. It's true. But yeah, bright and early.
Bonjour, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning. Let's get going then, huh?
Cornelius is like in the process of eating some like jungle vegetation off the side of the road.
Doe was just. They're like,
Vonkar's gonna start like putting the bit and bridle on Cornelius and get him all set up, and start getting Cornelius going.
All right.
Antyr's gonna be in their book.
What's up?
What, looking around,
Mm-hmm.
are we hearing or seeing any wildlife?
Oh yeah, like all kinds just from the jungle itself, like monkeys, birds. That's about it. Just the calls of tropical or rainforest birds and monkeys. So it's just a constant like cacophony of noise, and then insects as well in there. Because jungles be noisy.
Yeah.
So it's actually really easy to sneak around in the jungle because there's a lot of noise pollution. Until there isn't. But yeah, pretty quiet. Or not pretty quiet, pretty loud.
Alright, there. You guys said you've been through here?
Oh, good question.
Well, jumped off the bridge.
So don't Torger answer this question so you can answer Grin correctly. You are at a fork. You're coming to a fork on the road. Doe and Torger, you guys came from the west towards Port Pond. You guys, I believe you guys said you wanted to go to Tanbrook to get to the Marrowdeeps. So you guys are taking the right road. So the way you're going, the two of you haven't been before. But this crossroad, you've been here at this crossroad before, but you went left instead of right. Or you came from the left.
We came from that way.
and you see Doe is like stretching their arms and they're pointing to the left and they're just cracking all their joints.
But we need to go that way, and
As they switch and they just a nice crack in their finger when they're pointing to the right.
haven't been down that way. So it'll be a good adventure. Hopefully.
All right.
Hopefully better cheesecake.
Has
well,
has anyone heard anything about Tanbrook or what kind of place it is or what we're looking for?
Not me.
Not heard
I'd say
anything.
none of you because you're all kind of new to this continent.
Cool.
There is a sign though that says East Tanbrook, 32 miles, and then the other one would be west, 32 miles.
Only 32
Four
miles?
pon- yeah, 3 hexes.
Ooh.
I think my math
About a
is
day
right.
and a half.
Yeah, it's about going at Cornelius's pace. You're looking at about 36 miles. So you're looking at about 9.5 hours at Cornelius's pace.
I don't know if this will change anything. Could Antyr cast Temporal Accelerant?
No, nah,
Okay.
nah. That's rough. Yeah, you can. What are you trying to cast?
Oh,
Cornelius?
just Long Strider
On
for-
Cornelius.
Yeah, to
Oh.
push to kind of cut that down because what you
Ooh,
said 9
that-
hours.
Yeah, that
9.5.
So to try to cut down on like to put it to maybe
Mhm.
just 8.5, so Cornelius isn't trying.
All right. So it's just
kill
like,
themselves for
it's
the
like,
last
it's like you
bit.
got a little nitrous switch.
Antyr will do it at like the 4 hours. So essentially, we travel 4 hours and take a break.
Cool.
Is
Okay.
the hypothetical, and after that, kind of
Okay.
give that
Yeah,
last
because it
little
lasts
push.
an hour. Right? So his speed would go to 50 feet instead of 40. Okay.
Perfect.
Cool. All right.
That good liquid schwartz.
Oh God.
Nitrous boost.
Cornelius is just going to be so confused. All right. Cool. Where are we here? Alrighty. Little ways down the road. About a couple hours down the road. The air drops in temperature significantly. It's a humid day in the jungle, so it's probably like... I keep forgetting that everybody here, the majority of people here aren't Canadian, so I have to make it Fahrenheit.
You could say whatever
Gotta
you
get
want.
good,
I won't know
bitches.
any
Learn
different.
Celsius.
It's
Come
about,
to the dark
it's about today's about 113 Fahrenheit. For me, Brittany, 45 Celsius.
Oh,
it's
that's fucked.
This is tropical weather
And
too.
it's, you know, it's not the heat that's going to get you today, it's the humidity.
Humidity,
So,
yeah.
it's a humidity.
Ooh.
It's hot.
Yeah.
But as you,
That's-
after about 2 hours,
That's what it was like in
That's
Chicago
gross.
today.
after about 2 hours, oh, so you guys back in it. After about 2 hours, the air begins to get quite cool, like an autumn breeze kind of blows through, and it's like the temperature drops 20 degrees in an instant. So it just
Oh, that's
plummets
refreshing.
immediately. And then the sounds of the jungle nearby, birds, monkeys, all that noise pollution from the jungle grows into a sudden silence. No sound whatsoever, like everything is just gone.
We're gonna die.
Gone are the sounds of buzzing insects, birds, everything else. And you're still on the road, but I was going to say Sam. Vonkar kind of slows Cornelius down a little bit just to be safe, and he's looking around. And about 30 feet off the left side of the road is this overgrown foot trail that weaves deep into the jungle. So you got the road that still goes ahead, but then you got like this little overgrown foot trail that kind of goes into the jungle itself. About 30 feet to the left.
Does anyone else see anything? Are we being followed, or did we walk into something's hunting grounds?
I don't know. Keep your eyes open.
But everybody can make perception checks. Hearing or sight, your choice. It doesn't really matter unless you have...
You would drink?
Grin's gonna go invisible
Okay.
just in case, because this seems a little suspect.
Okay.
Oh, sus. 5 for Hopper.
Oh. I don't know.
12.
12, 5...
13.
8.
11 for the Leek.
Oof.
And Leek has +8. That's rough. Vonkar, 21.
Come on, Grandpa.
Grandpa? Yeah, he's real close. He is a grandpa. He's old. Doe, anything?
I
What'd you get?
never married.
They're still too busy waking up to be useful. 'cause
Sure.
they got a nat 1, so that's how they're playing that off.
Vonkar will say... Oh, Torger, what'd you get? Sorry.
12.
12? Okay. Vonkar will kind of say, "Ugh, I don't see anything, but the breeze seems to have come from that foot trail over there. Like in that direction."
Do we feel as though we need to go inspect it, or should we? It's a little ominous, don't you think? And if we go past it, then whatever potential threat is lingering there could sneak up behind us, or come up from behind us. Just some thoughts. What do y'all think?
I am not very stealthy, so maybe Grin would go out and investigate.
Be safe.
As long as someone keeps in touch with him. See that he does not wander off. doesn't know where Grin is because he's invisible, so he's just like doing this everywhere around the wagon.
So Grin's gonna go. Well, invisible Grin's gonna go check out the foot trail.
Yeah.
Okay. You going sneaky
Oh yeah.
with advantage then, stealth check, because you're invisible.
21.
Come on. Yeah. It's only like I think I said 30 feet off the road, so you zoom over there. The foot trail is heavily overgrown, very narrow, about 3 feet wide, but like the trail itself is 3 feet wide. The wagon could fit, but everybody that's bigger than Hopper, actually, only Antyr and Doe, should you guys choose to take the wagon down here. You could walk as well if there's that decision, but everybody but Doe and Antyr would be safe from like low-hanging branches. Antyr and Doe would probably get hit in the face if they're not kind of laying down. But yeah, it's a narrow, overgrown walking trail, nearly obscured by the jungle. The way it weaves in and out, like it's designed. It looks like it was made to be hidden. Once you start to like walk down it, it twists and turns and stretches deeper into the jungle, and that cold breeze seems to be emanating from this trail. And kind of the noises of the jungle start to like slowly come back on.
Oh, as I go down the trail.
Oh, you go down it a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the noises seem to come back, kind of like, yeah.
So
And
we're
everybody
at the cart.
and everybody at the cart would hear the jungle kind of like come alive again. But that breeze is still very much kind of
okay.
there. Like it's like you step into like a cold spot.
Okay.
If Grin had a temperature gun,
Yeah.
but it's not cold enough to see your breath because right now it'd only be like 25. Sorry, 25. It'd be 77 Fahrenheit.
So
Gotcha.
it's not a poltergeist.
Yeah.
No, not cold enough.
Okay. How far have I? How long have I been traveling down this?
That depends on you. However long you wanted to have gone.
Well, I mean, I'm going bit by bit here.
Yeah.
I imagine I wouldn't.
It just keeps turning.
After about 5 minutes.
Oh, after about 5 minutes? Yeah, it still keeps going. Twisting and turning through the jungle.
Okay. And that's just perpendicular to the road that we're trying to go down?
Yeah, it just like weaves in and out deeper into the jungle, like it's trying to, like it's very well hidden the way it's overgrown and like weaves in and out.
Okay. Does it look like it's a animal trail? Like how animals
No.
walk in
No.
the same
You don't
spots
see
over
any.
the-
You don't see any like animal tracks or anything. You do see really old boot prints. You can tell they're really old boot prints because they're pretty well like dried in the kind of muck.
Huh. How big are they?
Humanoid, so like standard person.
Okay.
But again, like real old.
So like a human person.
Yeah, like a
not like
yeah,
not
yeah.
like a gnome or.
Judging by it, probably like an average human height.
Okay.
Yeah, like an adult.
All right. I'm just gonna take 5 minutes, zoom back.
Okay.
So Grin's gone a total of 10
All right.
minutes.
Anybody doing anything else then for those 10 minutes? Vonkar's got the cart just kind of stopped, kind of pulled over, just to not be in the middle of the road, just in case other people are taking it. And you have seen there's been like a few people probably taking the road, but it's been a lot of like nods, hello, and whatnot.
Okay, so there are people traveling.
Yeah. I keep forgetting this is like a well-used road and not just a barren one that only you guys are going down.
Okay, we'll spend 10 minutes to summon their veiled steward.
Okay.
Just for an hour.
Anybody else? Anybody else got anything for 10 minutes then?
Torger's just gonna be updating book.
Okay.
Winged beasts fall fast when punched.
Yeah, they do. Alright. Vonkar's just feeding Cornelius, I guess, for those 10 minutes. And Leek is... I don't know. Being a kid.
I guess it looks like the trail twists and turns for a bit. Might be fun to explore. Looks like it's kind of hidden. Might find something real old back down there.
Would the wagon fit, or should we leave Cornelius behind if we do go?
No, I think if it wouldn't fit, no. I mean, I don't think it would.
Alright,
It twists and turns a bit, not really maneuverable, and like there's a lot of brush and stuff that you need to chop away.
well, if y'all go, I can stay behind and turn into a big scary animal just to make sure nobody comes up and bothers Cornelius in the wagon. And just kind of stay here.
Are you sure, Leek?
Yeah, it's fine.
That is very brave of you.
Turn like a big cat.
Oh, that sounds nice. No. Alright,
That
well,
would
if
do sort of tiger.
Oh, I got Anaconda. Ooh,
Anaconda
yeah,
would
yeah.
Be a good
Just make
ward
sure
off
that-
any intruding hands.
I got a Cassowary.
you want to be intimidating but not threatening,
No, I know.
because we wouldn't want any passerbys to attack you.
What about a giant snail?
I think the anaconda might be the best bet.
What about a piranha?
I do not think you would be able to breathe.
Alright.
Yeah, maybe do
unless
the
you got to a
anaconda
bowl
and
of
just
water.
keep yourself hidden in the
In the trees.
underbrush.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to say that my vote is that he goes for the murder bird.
Murder bird? Alright.
Murder,
But-
murder.
What's the murder bird?
Cassowary.
Bless you. What's the bird again?
Cassowary.
I Google.
They're the birds that
They-
look really weird, like dinosaurs, and
Yeah,
they
they
can
got big legs.
they can sense heart. Apparently they can sense like somebody's heartbeat in their chest, and strike it with their talon and like just take out people's hearts because they can like somehow sense it. They're weird.
Yeah, they also got screen eggs, and they also got a kind of venom that's in their legs that's really, scary. And also, they will interrupt picnics sometimes.
Oh, cassowary. I
Alright.
thought you were saying assowary. I was
I got
very
one.
confused.
I got an animal. Get ready for this. And Leek's
Listen, only if it's tummy thick are they an assuary.
Leek's gonna wild shape into a panda bear.
Oh, nice.
They kind of just sit in the back of the wagon.
Alright, Luke, looks like you're good.
Does like
Everyone
the
roll the-
does like the bear wave that yeah.
Alright, ability ready to explore this?
Yeah, on the side of the car, Antyr's going to cast Prestidigitation to essentially do like bear friendly, and like, color it, a pattern, a symbol, symbols.
Pay one gold.
Say-
Pay 1 gold. Get a hug.
Friendly bear. Yeah, friendly bear, 1 gold per hug.
Sure. All right.
Leek, if anybody comes up and give you a gold, you just give a bear hug, and then they'll be on their way.
Just looks at you.
You'll make quite a profit. Okay, good luck. Oh, steward, stay here. Walk around. If people walk by that look like they're going to heart, our friend Leek here, just trip them. Okay, and pats the air.
Okay.
Alright, let's start checking this out.
All right. So who's leading the way? It's a narrow foot trail.
Grin will lead the way.
Okay.
And he'll drop the invisibility and like hack away some of the lower hanging stuff for the taller people.
I'd say you're all probably heavily obscured while walking through here. Like you can see each other, but if anything's like looking for you, it's going to be disadvantage on perception checks and advantage on stealth. Just so everybody's aware, because it's that dense in here. And also, Hopper, the grass is probably like just below your eyes of the overgrown trail, so Hopper is just like eyes up for fun.
Ooh.
All right, cool. You
We just see their ears.
yeah, you just really see the ears sticking up out of the grass.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopper's ears are a third of his height,
Yeah.
almost.
All right. Who's gonna be behind Grin then? It is a narrow, so it has to be roughly single file.
I'll pick up
Torger volunteers as tribute.
All right. Who's behind Torger? Speak now, forever hold your peace. Vonkar.
Okay.
Into
behind
your...
Torger.
Oh, okay.
Oh man. All right. So Grin, Torger, Hopper, Antyr, Vonkar. No, Vonkar will take the rear. Vonkar's beefy.
I'll go in front of Vonkar because I'm very tall.
Yeah. You're now the tallest. Because y'all got betrayed. So yeah, Grin is leading.
Yeah, you have to trust first in order to
True.
be betrayed.
So you're all following this like 8-inch tall little guy flying through the jungle. I can't, because it's so like obscured in here. For fun, it is a struggle to kind of keep like visual on Grin because they are so small in this environment, and there's insects flying around, so occasionally like signals get a little like mixed up a bit, and a lot of these insects are
If it
colorful.
wasn't for
So
this, yeah, if it wasn't for this big long
the
sword.
yeah. The air does get a little cooler. It drops about another 10 degrees, so you're looking at about 59 Fahrenheit, 15 Celsius. So it just drops. So it went from 45 to 50. It went from 45 Celsius to 15 Celsius. So it's dropped about 30
There's
degrees.
a storm of ruin.
But you look up and you can see slivers of the sky through the canopy, even though the canopy is really thick. Clear sky. No storm or anything. After about a mile, so about half an hour, the foot trail comes to an end at a large jet black iridescent obelisk that stands roughly 30 feet tall and is covered in gouges, like pieces of it have been chipped away. And that's all. The foot trail ends at this obelisk. 30 feet tall, just smack dab in the middle of this jungle.
And it's black.
Yeah, iridescent jet black, and it's got gouges taken out of it, like its pieces have been chipped off.
Well, looks like we're reached the end. This is weird.
Yeah, it was about half an hour.
Range. Who does any do Hopper or Joe, can y'all possess the ability to sense magic?
Again?
Could you try that here?
Yeah, I'm gonna go up to the obelisk and touch it and cast Identify.
Oh, not that.
Oh,
Okay.
that's it.
I've been
That's all I got
Um,
today. Not today.
It wasn't me. I didn't touch it.
I just
all
said
I
your
got is-
name in it, so.
It's
I mean,
it's not affected by any spells.
mhm.
Like there's no spells in the game that exist within it. And as you're going to touch it, or before I'll be nice and say before you go to touch it.
Okay. Yeah, can I do an Arcana check first and then touch it?
Arcana doesn't tell you anything about this kind of stuff.
Do I don't get any
but
like,
as you-
vibes?
That's not how it works. As you approach,
Can't buy check.
no, as you approach though, on the east-facing side of the obelisk, so on the right of it, a phrase has been carved into the obelisk in common. So as you're walking up to go put your hand on it, you can see a phrase carved into the eastern face of it.
Okay, cool. What does it say?
That's. Do you know how to read?
I can read common.
Oh, okay.
I have a 19 intelligence, not common sense.
Do you read this? Okay. Do you share the phrase, or do you read it to yourself first?
I'll read it to myself first.
Okay. The master of this stone shall wield time's passing at their bidding. Carve off a piece of stone and place it upon the altar within the Marrow Hall. There you shall be made worthy. And I'll post that in the group chat, so there's evidence. Or, not evidence, information.
Yeah, and I'll translate it in my brain into Sylvan and then back into common. The Stone Master shall time travel at will and take a piece of stone and put it on an altar inside the Bone Marrow Hall, if he's worthy.
If anyone's close enough to the obelisk, you can see the phrase is nowhere near that.
Now it's pretty close.
Common is not my first language.
The master of this stone shall wield time's passing at their bidding. Carve off a piece of stone and place it upon the altar within the Marrow Hall. There you shall be made worthy.
We don't know what Marrow Hall is, do we?
Nope.
And we look around, there isn't an altar.
Nope. But there are gouges taken out of the obelisk. Which, yeah.
Well, it's I mean, it's practically asking for it.
And Hopper, are you still going to touch it and cast Identify while after reading that, or?
I'm gonna walk around, see if I can read any of the other sides, if there's more.
Nope.
Okay.
Just that.
Then yeah, I'm gonna touch it.
Okay, you touch it and cast Identify. The best thing I can describe with how Identify works here is that it summons something.
Oh no.
Once a piece has been carved off.
Cool. Grin's gonna whack.
Make an attack roll.
Oh.
Joe's gonna step back a couple feet.
Yeah, make
Antyr
Yeah, I'm
was
gonna
walking.
rabbit hop
Watching
away.
the shrapnel from just
You
random Grin
guys,
swinging.
you got enough movement for 6 seconds.
Antyr would have been walking up because Antyr would have
Okay.
been 100% wanting a piece as
Alright.
well.
So, alright, so
Right.
people are going to be relatively close to the thing when this happens then.
24.
25 hits, so it's an auto crit.
Yes.
And you carve off a sizable chunk of stone, we'll say like fist-sized, which is bigger than anybody else has carved off.
I
And as
can-
you,
Sorry, go ahead.
so you carve off with a swing, you carve off like a fist-sized chunk of the obelisk, and every other gouge has been like tiny little pebble-sized pieces. You take a big chunk out, and as you do, the air drops even more. We get to like 35 Fahrenheit, 2 degrees Celsius. The air just... the temperature drops immediately. And there's a... like this ethereal gasp as the translucent, glowing, bluish figure of a boy just kind of drifts out of the obelisk. Their lower jaw missing, gone. As you see this transparent floating boy. And I need everybody to roll initiative again.
SOS.
Do I have a battle map for this one? I
Second
do!
Better roll.
So,
12.
Grin is like right here.
Holy
Yeah.
Probably. Antyr was walking up. Antyr's probably going to be right here. Hopper, you were on the eastern face, so you're gonna be right there. Doe, like I said, this all happens rather quick, so Doe's probably gonna be like there. Vonkar, right there. Leek is not here. Torger, you can be wherever you want, but you probably weren't up at the altar by the time this all went down.
I was behind Grin, but probably not. Yeah, I probably didn't go.
Okay,
Probably
so
waiting.
yeah, this translucent, jaw-missing ghost of a boy comes out of the altar. Let me pull that encounter. Vonkar immediately just goes, "Oh no!"
Oh no!
Yeah.
Elaborate.
Ghosts make you age when they scare you, if you fail to save, and Vonkar could die of old age relatively easily.
Oh no.
Oh no!
But you got 24 hours before it sets in, so, you know.
I'll get the fantasy D&D Depends ready for him.
He rolled a 13 for initiative, though.
Where's the fantasy life alert?
Leek's not here, so I'm just going to put 0 in and try to remember that I skipped Leek. Antyr, what'd you get for initiative?
18?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
18.
awful.
No, so bad.
Torger, what'd you get?
25.
Oh!
Natural 20.
Nice. Hopper,
Total of 25.
22.
22. Grin.
Last again with 12.
Okay. So, you all see Grin just swing the sword at the obelisk, carve off a big hunk of stone, and as he does, the ghost of this like 10-year-old drifts out, not looking so good in terms of just how they look. And Torger, you're up. Ghost comes out of the obelisk. And it immediately looks like it, and then its eyes immediately just turn into pits of like glowing red.
Oh, so it does look threatening.
Oh yeah.
Immediate.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh. Ghost. And now it's a nice cool day, autumn day.
Give me 1 second.
So the phasmophobia joke was accurate.
Ding ding.
I mean, we're not below freezing temps yet.
Haven't found the spot for the temperature gun.
And then Hopper, you're on deck after this.
Where's this room? Find the room, guys!
So
Anybody bring a crucifix?
No. Got a cannon. What do you got for me, Torger?
why don't you shut your mouth? I'm going to cast silence on 20 feet on this guy. So
Yeah, so it's a 20-foot radius. Yeah.
yeah, 20-foot radius.
I got spheres.
Ooh, you got spheres?
Yeah, I got spheres somewhere.
Fears for days.
It's gonna be a lightning sphere today, I think.
20-foot radius, 40-foot diameter.
Yeah, so anyone who does spells.
That's one wintry-looking lightning sphere.
Yeah, I picked ice. So where are you casting it?
I'm going to cast it on the Grin side of the bubble. Yeah, and just keep hitting right about just 1 square to the right. Yeah, right
Okay.
on the edge, but still solidly in.
Alright, so just so everybody knows, anybody in that radius can't talk because everything's quiet. Well, you can talk, but no sound comes out, which means verbal spells will not work in that area.
Then, what else? What?
Like, if you're in that
else?
area, you can't cast verbal spells, is what I mean.
Yeah.
And I'd probably say any spells that do thunder damage, because thunder is technically the way it's written in D&D is sound-based. But sound is also shock waves, so... But yeah, you cast silence.
And then I'm going to. Then Torger is going to move right in front of this ghost boy.
Okay.
I'm going to use a key point.
Mm-hmm.
Key point to use patient defense.
Perfect.
Take dodge action.
Alrighty. Hopper. You're reading the inscription. Grin cuts a chunk out of the obelisk, and a ghost boy pops out. So no one's surprised because you cast Identify and learn that something gets summoned when a stone is cut. If you didn't do that,
Yep.
everybody would have been surprised when the ghost popped out. So good job.
Nice.
And that would've been
Hopper
bad.
doesn't. Yeah. Hopper doesn't like the whole idea of attacking children.
It's a
so
creepy
he's
ghost.
Gonna, yeah. And now it's in silence. So he's gonna take his shield.
Mm-hmm.
And use an action. Oh, let me double check that this is an action because I just thought of this. Where is it?
And then, Antyr, you're on
Goodness.
deck.
Okay. I'm going to. It doesn't say if it's an action or not for magical tinkering, but I just want to slap a
It's
message onto my
I
shield.
believe magical tinkering is an action because you're affecting an object technically.
Okay. You imbue a tiny non-magical object with a magical property is all it says. Doesn't say how long it takes.
Interesting.
For magical tinkering.
Interesting.
For infusing an item, that's at the end of a long rest.
Yeah, magical tinkering. Tiny,
If you
as an
click the-
action,
yeah, if
tiny,
you click
if you click
Okay.
on it, it tells you in more detail.
Full
Tiny,
Gotcha.
tiny non-magical
as an
object
action.
as an action.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so as my action, I'm going to take my shield, and with my thieves tool, and just kind of like quickly carve a message into it, wiping away my usual like title stuff that I have on my shield. And I'm going to say, I have 25 words. Shit. Can you lead us to the Marrow Hall if we
Okay.
set you free?
Okay.
And I'm gonna just hold that up and next to Torger.
Okay. Antyr.
All right.
And then Doe's on deck.
Antyr is going to step this way, not getting into there yet. Kind of freeing up space, and the ethereal cord begins to kind of spin slowly, and as it does, this energy coalesces around Torger.
Mm-hmm.
And Torger, the world seems to move a little bit slower as I cast haste on you.
Shit.
So Torger, you are hasted.
Damn.
And so that is there. For my bonus action, Antyr is going to, in a kind of a twinkling light starts to appear around them, and they're going to vanish. They're going to starlight step.
Okay.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30 this way.
Okay. Perfect.
That'll be their go.
Doe.
Might be stupid, but that's
Oh,
fine. We
perfect.
still got Leek alive.
Back at the wagon. Making money.
Making money. Gotta teach them while they're young. So, yeah, the shield like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just trying to. So the Doe's gonna walk. If I break here, I'm just outside of the dome.
You'd be in it a little bit. So you'd be in it.
So if I go here, 'cause I was right
Wherever you're in a space
Okay.
where that sphere isn't touching a space, you're not in it. So you're safe there if you're trying to do something.
I'm just gonna, cause Doe sees that Hopper's trying to do something.
Mm-hmm.
So Doe's gonna stand there and just kind of be like, you know, when you get like greeted at a hotel kind of thing, like kind of like hello, and you just see Doe just like they like see like cock what Hopper did, and they're just like trying to put the old razzle dazzle on that.
Okay.
Trying to double down a little performance going on, you know, just like
Sure.
hello, yes.
Okay.
You know, we are non-threatening.
Perfect. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. Vonkar. He's got experience adventuring. He knows stuff. Sorry, I gotta ban somebody in chat real quick. Get out of here. Alright. Vonkar. He's gonna punt? No. Oh, God. No one else is attacking it. Vonkar's just gonna hide behind a tree because he knows he'd probably be somewhat aware. Oh, he can't make it. So he's gonna use a dash action to hide behind the tree. That way, if something happens, ghost can't see him. Grin. I think you're muted.
Ghost hasn't done anything yet.
Nope, it hasn't had a turn yet. It's just popped out of the rock and its eyes went red.
Hmm.
And everyone seems to be trying to communicate with it, saying, "Lead us to the Marrow Hall."
But I can't hear any of that. Well, I could see the shield.
It's carved into the shield, yeah.
Yeah.
But also, if anyone says anything to the ghost, it's not going to hear it because the ghost is in silence.
Yeah. Of the people that are here, who is in the most danger of death?
Vonkar, and he ran and hid behind a tree.
Cool. I'm gonna start to go in that direction and see what happens. I'm flying there.
Okay.
Is there an attack of opportunity?
Nope. Its eyes
Okay.
just keep getting redder and redder.
Okay. I'm gonna get over to there.
Do you have the fly speed to get there?
I'm pretty sure I do.
Because
5,
it was
7,
30 it was 30 for
25,
Vonkar.
30,
It was
35, 40.
Vonkar had to dash to get there.
I have a 40-foot fly speed.
Oh.
And
It's 40. You were right here, so it's about 45 to get to where you are.
Yeah?
Yep. Right beside the boy. I'm using the measure tool. 45 feet.
yeah, you're right. Okay. If I know that I can't get to him, I will get about to here and hold a short a short bow attack with sharpshooter.
Okay. The ghost boy's eyes get redder and redder and redder, and he just starts spewing out insects, like spectral insects, and uses horrifying visage. I need everybody but Vonkar to make wisdom saving throws, because it's based on if you can see the ghost. So,
Okay.
wisdom saving throw from everybody but Vonkar.
Am I not behind the obelisk?
That can see it. And looking at the map,
Oh.
you're... Oh, never mind. You can't see it. So everybody but Vonkar and Antyr. Wisdom saves, please.
17.
17. Success! Hopper, what'd you get?
8.
8! Ooh. Let me see. That's exactly 5 or more. Hopper, you're frightened for 1 minute, and you age 20 years.
11.
11, you're just frightened for 1 minute. But Hopper, yeah, you age 20 years. Doe!
Flat 17!
You're fine. So, Torger frightened, Grin fine, Hopper frightened, 20 years aged. And
You see some of the brown patches start growing white, for like turning to white.
That would trigger my reaction, correct?
yeah, it did something really
Okay.
creepy and made Hopper age.
Yeah. All right. Here we go.
Just double check the max lifespan of a Harengon.
They don't have it anymore on D&D Beyond. Only certain races have their max lifespan.
All right. 10 probably doesn't hit, does it?
10 does not hit. Just
Okay.
misses.
Okay.
But the D&D wiki might have their lifespan.
Lifespan of a player character in the D&D universe.
Yeah, they don't have rules for it anymore. Duergar are different. It says for Duergar and elves. It doesn't say for anyone else anymore. It's just it assumes everyone now has a base 100 year or like 80 year. The average lifespan of a human in D&D is what everybody else gets now, or like 80 or something.
I've seen one that says a century. That's what I just found.
Yeah, some of them are different, but they kind of got rid of most of it.
Yeah.
So we'll say 80.
Yeah. Lifespan of about a century.
So, yeah. Anything else, Grin? All right. That was a held action. Yeah. Horrifying Visage doesn't age some people. So there's frightened. You can make the wisdom save at the end of your turn to end frightened condition. Yep. Anyone who succeeded is immune to that now for 24 hours. So Grin, you're immune to
sweet.
it. Doe, you're immune to it. So you can't. This thing can't scare you and make you older right now.
Doe is still just standing there with the jazz hands, just like. Come on.
And it's gonna move out of the silence and kind of just. Nah, it's gonna stay where it is. Leek is hugging people on the road. Let's see how much money. Cool. Torger. Leek's just waving at people as a panda bear, hugging people on the road, while you guys are aging and fighting a ghost. So, Torger, yeah, you're up. You're currently frightened, I believe. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while you can see the ghost, and you can't willingly move closer to it. And you're as close as you can get with fear, so. And in general.
And you're hasted.
And you're hasted.
Mm-hmm. So, if I take the attack action, which in haste it adds an action, does that mean I get to?
It's a single weapon attack.
Yeah.
As your...
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No worries.
Thank you for the clarification. I just wanted to make sure. It's doing that. I am going to take 2 attacks, but with a sword.
Okay. Yep, disadvantage because of frightened.
What was the first one? Oh, of course it's a crit. Why wouldn't it be?
Nice.
But well, it's at 21 now instead of a crit.
Oh, right.
The crit
I
is
forgot.
put onto the shelf of missing.
Unless you roll another
That's,
crit.
21 to hit.
Oh.
No, so I rolled a 20
Oh,
and a 13,
okay.
so 21 total.
21 hits. Yeah, roll damage.
That damage is 7 total.
Alright, it does appear slightly resistant.
That's what I thought.
Anything else? You are hasted.
Yeah, I'm gonna use a key point And that's a bonus action. I'm going to do Flurry of Blows to take. Actually, I also have another attack because I get 2 attacks per, so I'm going to take that other sword attack.
Yep.
Oh, whoops. There's 1, 15, and.
And Hopper, you're on
15.
deck. Yeah, 15 hits.
Okay. Great.
Wait.
So then.
Yes, it does.
10 damage.
Yep.
So that's 10 damage, and then I'm going to take the first of my Flurry of Blows attacks.
Okay.
Wait, oh, is it a disadvantage? Those are a disadvantage as well? Okay. Does 11 hit?
Oh yeah, you punch the ghost directly in the AC.
Alright. So I'm going to use another key point to stun it.
Okay.
Needs to make a con save of 15.
Yes, it does. They are not immune to the stun condition.
Just out here smacking ghosts and
It's
pterodactyls.
weird. How are they not immune to the stun condition? Oh yeah. They're immune to everything else but stunned and incapacitated. Alright. 15. That's going to be a 5. So it is, the ghost is stunned.
I'm going to use my second unarmed attack to
Alright.
hit a stunned creature.
So straight roll.
Straight roll.
Yep.
Right on.
So you punch the ghost and it just kind of stops.
And then, yeah, jumping into the air and pulling both knees back to do double knees on the ghost.
Okay. There's no like physical like connection because it is a ghost, so you're just kind of like
just punching it in the ectoplasm.
Yeah, roll me some damage for that 18.
Right, so that is 9 damage.
Okay.
And then so I've used my bonus action, I've used my regular action.
And then you have your hasted action.
My hasted action I'm going to use I'm going to actually just use dodge.
Okay. And then end of your turn, make a wisdom save to see if you're still frightened.
Oh, for sure. I don't think an 8's going to do it. Not
no,
this
you're
time.
still frightened. Just punching at this ghost kid. Hopper. You're old and frightened.
Stunned.
And it's stunned.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna say, my knees! My knees are in pain!
Vonkar's like, that's why I hid behind a tree! I figured he'd know, because he said he's an adventurer before, and you know...
Yeah.
I figured he'd know about ghosts a little bit.
Hey, maybe he's this old because of ghosts.
Maybe.
It's just the weather. It's just the
Why
weather's
did I
changes.
play so many sports as a
Actually,
child and it's fucked
good
up
question.
my body?
Good. Thanks for bringing that up, because I actually
Huh?
want to refresh myself with everybody's backstories in a bit. So what do you got for me, Hopper? You're frightened, but the ghost is stunned, and you aged 20 years, so you're how old now?
I did age 20. 48 biologically.
Yep.
Almost as old as Antyr.
Now, if we're going by a rabbit's lifespan,
Depends on
Yeah.
the type of rabbit.
So what do you got for me, Hopper?
This rabbit should not be alive.
Free meat for everybody.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna just
At least
cast,
4 lucky rabbit's foots.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Keep that locked away, just in case.
I'm going to go over here.
Revivify Hopper, and they have no feet.
Yeah. What happened to my feet? Well, they were very lucky. I was not so lucky. And I think I'm just gonna I'm just gonna run around and hide under these leaves.
Aww.
I don't want to fight. I don't want to attack
Okay.
this child ghost. And I'm
seeing-
also afeared of it.
Seeing that you've aged, it will make an attack of opportunity on you. Or wait, no, you were. Never mind. It
I
can't
was
reach
over
you.
here.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right, so you run away from the
was
kid
not in
ghost.
It's
Yeah.
stun. It's also stun.
It's also stunned. I forgot. Wisdom save.
Am I still afeared of this Victorian ghost child. Probably, yeah, that's a 5.
You're still frightened. Like you still have the condition,
Uh-huh.
and you're still frightened. Yeah, the condition
Yeah,
only goes away
5.
on a save, or after a minute
Yeah.
passes. Antyr and then Doe on deck. So Andrew, you see. Oh, sorry,
I'm
Hopper.
gonna take the dodge action.
Okay, Antyr, you see a older looking hopper run into the jungle.
Oh,
This is
Can't-
what is waiting for you, Antyr.
I can't hear you, thank goodness.
Oh yeah, you're the silence.
Antyr's gonna run 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, get right up to Hopper.
Antyr, help!
Your worst enemy, an old
yeah.
person.
Age. Old people. That was close.
Your favorite foe is old people.
Take a hunter background. All right. Antyr is going to seeing this ghost child, attacking, just looking creepy. Yeah, let's do a 2nd level Motes of Eclipse. So we're
Go
gonna
for
do
it.
some magic missiles.
You see the kid is kind of like, what movie am I thinking of?
Grudge,
No,
Ring.
in one of the Harry Potter movies, Nicholas,
Moaning Myrtle.
nearly headless Nick gets blasted by the basilisk, just kind of floating there in a circle. That's kind of what the kid's doing, just because he's stunned.
Crap. Oh yeah, he is stunned. Well, that's shit. That is 4 times 2 is 8 force damage.
All right, immune. No, I'm kidding. Wait, hold on. No, we're good. Just
Bonus action. Gonna teleport into a bunch of stars. 5, 10, 15, 25, 30.
You don't want to get aged.
Nope.
You're the
Second hopper.
you're the only one who would be safe from it. Like, I mean, like, who it really
True.
wouldn't affect.
Yeah, but psychologically,
I
Antyr
know.
cannot
Well,
handle
like,
that.
he would know.
This Dorian
Yeah,
Gray
Antyr would feel
motherfucker.
it and
All
would
right.
no, thank you.
Doe, and then Vonkar
He
hiding
really
behind a
is
tree.
Dorian Gray. God damn.
Maybe. Doe, you're up. It's been said multiple times by people here with today. So,
I
not
haven't rewatched
today,
it.
but it's
It's
been
so
said
good.
before. It is good. Doe and Vonkar on deck.
Joe's just looking at this, and they're seeing that all their friends just kind of like with their eyes, they just disappeared. They're standing the ground next to Buddy, and they just go,
You know, I've seen scarier things. When I tried to clean out the ox stalls back at home,
and they are trying to cast vicious.
I'll be
mockery.
nice. They're in silence. They wouldn't be able to hear vicious mockery.
Right.
Yeah.
They have to be able to hear.
Correctamundo. And they're also stunned. And stunned.
Thanks.
Incapacitated, you can't see, speak, or hear while incapacitated, which is stunned. So, regardless of their situation,
Oopsie poopsie. That's
Yeah,
a bit of
that's
a
not gonna
fucky
work,
wucky,
unfortunately.
thank you.
no worries.
You could whack it with your stick, though.
Yeah. You could siphon its life essence and empower yourself with it. No, that'd be cool though.
It's unlife.
It's unlife, yeah. Or its potential life that it could have had. You can take its days. Antyr's just like, okay. It's not using them.
You see Doe, with their tongue,
Cramp.
they're gonna take out the rapier.
Perfect.
They're like, well, they're not they can't do the talkie and the brainy stuff.
No. Doesn't have a brain.
So when they go to take out the rapier,
Yeah.
first off, bonus action. They're gonna do a prehensile tongue attack on this bitch just for fun.
You have to make the attack first to do prehensile tongue.
Okay. But okay. Order of operations that they go to take out the rapier with their tongue, they
Mhm.
get it in their hand, and they're gonna attempt to hit the ghost with the
Okay.
rapier.
Since you're using your hand, you have to be within 5 feet.
Yeah, we're just gonna move them over. They're like, you know
Okay.
what? They can't do spells anyhow right now. It's fine. As they're moving forward, just
Go for
they're not used to doing it like
it.
this.
With advantage because they're stunned.
24 to hit.
Did you mean to roll a dagger? I mean, is it the same as a rapier for you?
I
imagine it
did
would
not, but it is the same.
be. Okay. Yeah, roll damage. Make sure it's your rapier.
Oy vey, my eyes. Oh! Max damage, so 12 rapier
All right.
damage.
Again, it appears like it's not doing the full amount as you poke it with the rapier.
You know, but Doe's getting more confident with an actual
There you
weapon now,
go.
so they're excited.
And then I guess you're using your tongue.
Yeah, their backhand. What that tongue do? And they're just gonna give it a nice lashing, you know, from all that squishing from earlier, you know.
So +2 to hit.
Slap.
Also an advantage.
Yes.
If this is a nat 20, that would make me night, but it is not. And that makes me sad. That's a good old 6 to hit.
That misses.
Yeah.
You kind of get a dual slap. It's a 10-foot reach with that thing. So you probably slap the stone a little, the obelisk a little bit.
Yeah.
Just
Get a little bit of ectoplasm, like goo from the outside.
perfect.
Yeah.
Anything else? That's your action, bonus action.
Nope. They're just they're gonna stand there. They're just standing on the
Oh
ground.
man. Vonkar. Hope it's going well, everybody.
It is Vonkar.
There's a coconut in this tree. He's gonna attempt to climb the tree and throw a coconut at the ghost. Because, you know, sorry, Sam. I don't want your character to die of old age while you're not here. That's a 29 athletics check to climb the tree.
Nice.
This old man just... He's got expertise in athletics. Nice. Everybody can kind of see out of their peripheral. You can see Vonkar just shimmying up the tree. But you see his arms and legs only because he's doing it from behind. So, and he's gonna throw a coconut at the ghost. 24 to hit. That doesn't make sense. It'd be a +1 because it's dex. 18 to hit. And then a d4 plus whatever. With advantage, actually, because stunned. Okay. So you just see a coconut come sailing and smoke go through the ghost for 3 damage. Hey, it's damage. And then shimmy back down the tree and stay hidden behind the tree. Grin.
Grin is going to take their packed weapon, which is a short bow, currently, and yeah, just bow attack, sharpshooter.
Go for it. And since it's a packed weapon, it is considered magical.
Yes. 15 to hit.
15 hits.
All right. So that would be +10 to this. 17 damage.
There's no resistance. Did you roll that with advantage, by the way?
I did.
Just because. Okay. So there's no resistance to this because it's magical. The arrow hits the ghost center mass, and the ghost explodes in a flash of like blue light, and then jettisons into the stone you carved off. And that stone just continues to starts to glow a little blue on the ground, just like pulses with a blue light. And bye bye ghost.
Is the chunk bigger than Grin?
Yeah, it's fist sized. It'd be a human
Nice.
fist sized.
Nice.
Vonkar's gonna shimmy back down the tree.
Antyr's gonna walk out of the silence.
Okay.
Hopper's gonna peek his way into the walkway.
All right. Let's see if we can get our prize. Can you listen up?
What's your strength score?
13.
13. Oh yeah. Yep. And yeah, it's just pulsing with like that with a dim blue light, similar to the ghosty.
Is everyone alright?
Oh, I'm
Pepper
fine.
comes out like much more white than he used to be.
Papa, what happened?
Hey, Grin got his first kill.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do not know. I was trying to communicate with the ghost Victorian boy, and suddenly I felt my knees go weak, and my eyes start to crust over, and my ears were filled with even more hair.
Vonkar, oh, you still look young to me.
Is this what aging is like?
Oh yeah.
Is there any way to?
It gets worse.
Is there any way to? Like, help?
Let's have
Like
Vonkar
reverse
make.
this?
I'll have Vonkar make a history check based on his experience. 15. Yeah. So it doesn't become permanent, at least in my knowledge, if I remember correctly. It doesn't become permanent until after 24 hours. And then you need someone to cast like a certain spell, like Greater Restoration, or
Wow, that sounds a little confusing. Is it? What can be done before the 24 hours?
you'd have to cast Greater Restoration to reverse it before the 24 hours. After the 24 hours happens, the aging is permanent.
Papa, I do not have the magic to prevent this from happening for you permanently.
I am so old now. My children could have had children by now.
I don't think it progressed you in that way. I think it's just your own form
I mean, what
aged.
I look like my father-in-law, is what I am trying to say.
Oh.
Is this what is coming for me? I have nothing to look forward to.
Maybe there's someone
Nothing
in
but aching
Tanbrook.
bones and fragile hands. I am no longer
Hey,
command.
it's not that bad.
I am but an inconvenience to my family and peers.
I'm not an inconvenience, and I'm very old.
Well, look, we'll find someone in Tanbrook who maybe can assist you and
I
fix
don't
you.
know who I am anymore!
Well, we'd have to get there and find somebody within 24 hours.
We have
We
what,
must hurry.
7 hours, 8 hours. We can do it.
We could get there in time, yeah. And then maybe they have
Quickly,
somebody there
back
who
to the
could.
cat. And just the slowest, like, he's got like sciatica
Oh,
on me,
no.
and he's just like
only,
trying real hard.
only after 20 years in your 40s?
Hey, he was a soldier.
True. Okay.
That's how I
You know what?
feel every
Yeah,
day.
I'm in my 30s and my knees are fucked. So,
Yeah.
Never
I'm
mind.
25 and my knees are fucked. This is
Alright.
what our generation has become.
That's true.
He's nearly
Before
50.
before we get too far heading back, Grin is going to use divine sense
Hmm.
and see what's going on here.
What do you mean?
Like if they're, well, I can tell.
Yeah.
I can sense anything affected by the Hollow spell or know the location of any, like, celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet.
Alright,
that is
there's
behind total
an
cover,
undead
so-
and there's an behind total cover.
Yeah, when I do this, I'll go ahead and get some height advantage just in case.
Divine Sense. That's an ability.
Yep.
That you have now. A ghost zoomed into the rock, but you don't detect it because I'm gonna count that as cover because it's not out and about.
okay.
The obelisk is desecrated,
Ah. I'll have to keep that in
but
mind.
no undead within 60 feet. That again aren't behind total cover.
Gotcha. Cool. Thanks.
Except
Grin-
for Antyr. No.
I'm gonna keep that in mind.
Mhm.
Like, oh, maybe I should have tried those before.
Do you all head back to the wagon? Just to give us a nice little stopping point? Okay. So another half-hour trek back to the wagon. Hopper, you're fine. You're not... Well, I mean, who knows? You're old. No. We get back to the wagon. Another half-hour down the road. Leek is...
Carry me.
No, no, thank you.
Leek would have burned another wild shape. Oh no, it's 2 hours now. Sick. Yeah, you get back. Leek is in the back of the wagon as a panda, just in the process of hugging this halfling family that are going down the road, coming from the direction you're headed, and they're already they're starting to go down the road. And you all get back, and Leek will drop the wild shape, and let's see how much money was made. Somebody roll a D100.
I'll do it.
Oh,
Nope.
you go ahead and do it, Lex.
Garrett, you should have done it. 38.
38. Okay.
Which we're really low with these.
38 is what you said?
Mm-hmm.
So you get there and you can see Leek's got a pile of coins sitting on a kind of like a piece of cloth, and Leek's like, yeah, I made a lot of coin. I think there was 310 silver here. And as soon as you get back,
Silver. That's good.
that's where we're on the session for the week.
Nice.
Leek did such a good job.
Good. Leek's just killing it.
Just
Making a
Yeah.
profit.
making money while everyone's fighting.
Antyr was eyeballing the fuck out of that stone, by the way.
It's grins.
Yeah.
Too bad we don't have a
Yeah.
bag holding that it can slip into and then get stolen.
Again.
Again.
But yeah. There you go. You got a stone from it.
And-
You got a stone from an obelisk. You got silver. So yeah, there's 7 people total. You can figure out how to split that up when we're done, because
The math.
that's gonna take time. But yeah, 310 silver for 7 people. But good night, everybody. We'll pick up there on the road again, on the way to Tanbrook and to the Marrowdeeps, it would seem. So, goodbye.